Good evening, UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. I'm your Commander Wolftan. I'm here to proudly announce our return to form of the elevator pitch slash fancy studio office. I decided to merge both content this time around since we don't have to sit. Well, I'm gonna hear myself. It's faint, but I can hear myself. Okay, never mind. I'll keep going. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about pitching your stories, pitching your ideas, pitching your movies, drawings, whatever. However you want to do it, just learn how to pitch your ideas. This is going to be a format where anybody can come and join us and show us how they can pitch so that you can learn to try to pitch this to possible future publishers, companies, or even job interviews who we can work with today. I have with me the lovely Leia Valor, Leia Plus Size.
Hello, everybody. This is Leah Plus Size, your lovely lady of valor, and I'm very happy you all could join us this evening for the elevator pitch. I hope we're going to have a lot of fun.
Slash Studio Office, of course.
And slash the studio office. So I hope we all have a lot of fun this evening. We're going to try to.
We also have the Deseret Red Bull Redneck. Did I say that right?
Just the Desert Red Bull.
Right.
And chicken is kosher too.
It's Greek to me. Negro, ain't you gonna say hi? I'll deal with you later. We have below me the Schooner the Schooner Tuna.
Coming at you live from a secret government facility buried deep underground. This is Schooner Tuna, and I'm looking forward to this fantasy studio slash elevator pitch. I want to hear all of your ideas. I want to hear how you're going to go about presenting it, and I want to know why I should spend my hard-earned money seeing your ideas.
As much to be desired, concern, I'm going to be playing the part of the businessman. Next to him is I'm going to call you Red's freaking nickname. The Georgia Pit Bull, Fish Chozo.
Hi everybody, I'm Fish Chozo, and today I might be doing a pitch for a Flash movie pitch.
Okay. That's good. We'll get to you soon, buddy. I want to hear that. Next to him is the Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Greetings to viewers and fellow Final Fantasy fans. This is Final Fantasy Fan 012 here, and welcome to another live stream of the UN Space Fleet Wolf Squadron. And today we are having a fantasy slash elevator pitch studio meeting where we discuss about our ideas for our creativity.
Back in the days when we started this whole shindig, Fantasy Studio Office was just us playing around, playing a part of a studio office, pretending to be this huge studio that's producing things, right? And we come with the most outrageous ideas. Or back in the days, we had our own version of DC and Marvel as if we were helming it. First being what we were accomplishing when we started with the DCEU, while Marvel was still in its infancy with the first three phases. And the second time when we did our version of Phase 4 Marvel, where we all talked about our interesting ideas of Phase 4 Marvel, what we would have done if we were helming it. So today we're just going to wing it. I guess ladies first. Leia, what you going to do today?
Well, if I have time, the first idea I have is what I would do for the next Man of Steel movie. From a script that was sitting on the shelf.
Wait, stop. Hang on. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I kind of got it ready now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a handicap. 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes to pitch your idea.
All righty.
That is way too much time for me.
You want me to restart all over again or continue?
Man, you sound confident, but yeah, go ahead, start over.
Okay, my pitch is for the next Man of Steel movie with Henry Cavill from a script that has been sitting on the shelf for Superman 5 for Christopher Reeve that was shelved, but I think the idea is still fresh and can use to do Man of Steel 2.
Keep going.
Oh, and the focus is Man of Steel. This is not thinking about Batman or any other characters. The focus is on the characters in the world of Superman. The original idea was 1985, I believe. I did put a video in MeWe about it, but it's been a while. But basically, the idea was the villain that Superman was going to face was Brainiac. And he would be in a battle with Brainiac. And when in this battle, it would wound him, but the world would perceive him as dead. But he's not dead. He's in a state of suspended animation. And while he's in that animation, he's taken to, and I'm winging it here. I can't remember exactly everything. You have to forgive me. I remember everything exactly in the video. But he is taken to a planet similar to Krypton, kind of like the Phantom Zone. But it's not a place for evil. It's a place for healing. And while he is in this zone, these Kryptonian spirits come from different planets. These Kryptonian spirits come and heal him from the damage that Brainiac has caused to him. But while he's in this suspended animation, Brainiac has Metropolis under his control and under his power, because Brainiac now believes that he is above all humans. And the reason they have this battle is that he wanted Superman to join them, but Superman refused to join him because he believes he would not impose his power over humans. So Brainiac sort of puts him in this coma-like state. And during this time, he and Lois Lane become closer in their love affair, in the relationship. But when Brainiac is fascinated by this romance that they seem to be having, because Brainiac doesn't understand the concept of love. He only understands the concept of overpowering. So unfortunately, as they draw closer, Superman is put into this comatose-like state, and Lois Lane believes him to be dead and mourning, and Brainiac is fascinated by this subject of love, but also this idea of wanting to dominate her and bring her over to him, or have him fall in love with her, thinking that love is just something that you just pass by like a football or something, or in the immortal words of Halle Berry in Boomerang, like a disease that you just catch. So he wants to have her have the same affection for him that she does for Superman. Of course, she rejects him, and he does not understand this idea of rejection. So he's going to make her love her, but it becomes sort of semi-abusive in a way. It becomes very scary because he doesn't understand what love is all about. But during this time, Metropolis is under his complete control, and anyone that does not comply with him, he basically destroys, because he believes his power is all powerful. And while Superman is in this comatose space by the spirits of the universe, it's through that state that he re-understands his purpose and why it was he was sent to Earth. His father speaks to him during that comatose state. It's like a hospital, I call it, because his costume, the red and blue that we're used to him seeing, has now been changed into like an all white. It's like an all white. The S is still in his chest, but he's in all white because he's sort of like a patient. But during that time, he's healed emotionally and spiritually, and reminding him the reasons for why he was sent to Earth, but also to find a way not to spurn the affections of love that he has for Lois. And so once he is healed from this spiritual hospital that he goes through, he returns to Earth to battle for Brainiac one last time. And so it goes into this climatic battle between him and Brainiac. But it's not only just physical, it's also mental as well, as Superman finds a way to defeat Brainiac mentally as well, even though Brainiac feels that he is far superior. So this is all out battle. There. Okay.
I mean, it was 4 minutes and 30.
Okay, well, I didn't go over.
May I have one suggestion for your casting for Brainiac?
Before we do that, man, I was going to point out the fact that you seemed like you were done, so I just straight up stopped it.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the plot.
Okay, now go ahead. Final.
All right. I think I might have the perfect casting for Brainiac for your version of Man of Steel.
Please do.
I'm blanking on his name here, but it's what's his name? He played He was in Star Trek: The Next Generation. He plays Data.
Brent Spiner.
Oh, Brett Spiner.
Good one.
Yes.
Yes. Good
Yes.
one. Yes.
Since he played an android, he will definitely play good as Brainiac here.
And this is the reason why he played as the villain in Master in Disguise. He didn't want to be pigeonholed.
Yeah.
Right.
I also might suggest somebody else, although he's a little older. I think he's a great actor. I don't like him politically because I think he's too political. James Cromwell.
Oh, okay. Funny you bring him up. I think he was in the news this week, but go
Can't
ahead.
say I've heard his crying yet.
I did not know that. I do not follow news. News is too depressing.
That I understand.
Oh,
but
this guy.
Yeah. Who played Farmer Hoggett in Babe.
Oh, him.
He was
My
also-
dad has him
yeah.
on
Yes.
the list.
That's
He was
another.
also the.
Isn't George
he was
Miller
also-
a commie?
Yes, George Miller is a commie.
Stay
Right.
focused, guys.
Yeah, sorry. Either him or I think I got the one. Either James Cromwell or Jeffrey Combs.
Remind me
Combs
of
is a good
Jeffrey.
one.
Remind me of Jeffrey Combs again, because I can't.
He was in Reanimator,
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
and he was also the voice of the Question in the DCAU.
Oh, okay. Good.
He looks like a
voice then,
fusion
yeah.
between Tom Selleck and crap. I just lost the name. John Cleese.
Yeah.
John Cleese.
He
was a
also
good pick, too.
He has a hilariously dark sense of humor.
Then that would be perfect for Brainiac, guys. Those are good suggestions, long as they are good actors. I'm looking for good. Another actor I had in mind was Lee Pace. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was Ronan.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
he's good too.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see.
But
I also liked him in the Hobbit.
Yes, I really liked him in The Hobbit
You
too.
talking about
Yes.
Thranduil. You talking
Yes.
about
Oh, he was Thranduil?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I
Legolas's
did not
father.
know that.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I think it's kind of interesting that most of the iconic bad guys in the Marvel
Lee
universe.
Pace.
Yeah.
Lee
Oh,
Pace.
Louis
That's
Pace.
Oh, hey, he's in Faust.
Yep. I think it's kind of funny that some of the most iconic Marvel villains were played by elves from the Lord of the Rings.
Isn't that
Or
interesting?
doctors from the Doctor Who series.
Yeah.
Any one of those choices would do, because I want a good actor for the role of Brainiac. I want an actor that is able.
Nebula.
Yeah, right. I want a good actor that is able to show the super intelligence, but also the evil side as well as I want villainy. I don't want Brainiac sympathetic. I want this man to be his main objective is he
If he was
feels.
alive and a bit younger, it would definitely be Peter Cushing would be my pick too.
Oh yes, that's another good one on that list. Wow, you guys are coming up with names that I hadn't thought about.
If you want an idea of how good Jeffrey Combs would actually be as Brainiac, look no further than Star Trek DS9, because he played a race of beings who were, and it's kind of funny because he was, I think he calls himself Wayland or what they were called. I'm trying to remember. They were the voices of the founders, and what's really cool is that these guys, Jeffrey Combs especially, he played a very cold, calculating person. Like when he says to Benjamin Sisko in one of the Star Trek episodes, he says, "If you fight us, you will die, and we will not relent. We will destroy you, Benjamin." and I love that bit. He speaks with like such arrogance, but their forces have the guns to back it up. And that's what I could picture a Brainiac being. He's basically telling Superman that but he's like going, "You may fight for this world, but I don't, this is an unnecessary."
Good pick too, Lance Henriksen.
Ooh, that is a really good one. Yes.
Oh yes, that's a really good one right there. Yeah, I
Now, Leia, speaking as a businessman, would you be flexible enough to change the villain in your script?
I would have to have a good reason why I would change the villain. Why would I? Give me a reason. Why would I do that?
You're mentioning Robot Love a bit in the story. and I'm not saying that as a joke. I'm just
Mhm.
just calling it
Yeah,
for
although
what it is.
that's not really Brainiac's character to do so. That's more Metallo because Metallo is a human, technically a cyborg.
Well, I can take that out. I can make him more focused on not the
Well,
effect,
here's the interesting
the
idea.
luster part of it.
I can actually, here's an easy fix to that. If you want to go down this route, because granted, this might lead to futures down the line, but the only reason why in this movie Brainiac is interested in Lois is because she's pregnant with Superman's kid.
That'd be a
Okay,
good
that
fix
get
too.
yeah
And
yeah
he would
yeah.
take, and because Superman in this universe would not join him, he was thinking he'll wait till Lois has the kid, then he'll kill Lois and then raise the kid as his own little Errol Superman.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I like
So
that, and that raised the stakes of her thinking he's dead because, as I said, he's not dead. He puts him in this comatose state, but to her, he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and that's the thing. She didn't know that she was pregnant with Clark's kid, and that because she will call him Clark. But it also raises the stakes because she didn't know she was pregnant, and then she finds out she's pregnant, and it becomes this very confusing emotional state for her. Because on the one hand, Clark gave her a gift, but that gift may end up dooming the universe.
Okay. Okay, I can go with that. That does raise the stakes a bit. Yeah, that does raise the stakes a bit with Brainiac as well. That his purpose
Mhm.
for the child, or to keep the child, was to make his own image of a Superman, and a Superman
Mhm.
that
And we show
follows
the
his idea,
yeah.
not
And we
Clark's.
show the dark parasitic nature that is Brainiac. Is that what he's doing? He thinks he's creating a utopian society, but what this is a very dark, soulless what he's creating. And what is he doing? He cannot create naturally like most humans can, the gift of procreating. What this is a perversion of procreation. He is taking and repurposing.
Too many moving parts.
Too many moving parts? All right. Well, no, it's all in the subtlety. That's the thing. That's
That
what
was my
raises.
joke.
Oh, okay.
He's a robot.
Yeah.
Keep body parts away.
Anything else?
Um, if you guys could talk, I gotta step away for just a second.
Oh,
My
yeah.
phone is ringing. I gotta answer
oh
that.
goodness,
But
I was going to
a
stay
bit,
into this. I was going to bring up Hank Henshaw.
I'll
He'd be
still
pretty
hear
good
you.
too. He'd be pretty good
Sorry.
too.
No, I prefer if you kind of merge the character with Metallo, because Metallo,
Mhm.
yeah, because I feel like
Well,
because
here's the
originally
thing.
Jack Knight
If well, here's the thing. If Leia agrees to rewrites Wolf, what were you thinking of a villain change if there had to be one?
Bringing in Hank Henshaw, Cyborg Superman to like kind of like reference Reign of the Superman.
No, Reign of the Superman. That's interesting. So you just replace Brainiac with Henshaw.
Yeah, just come in there, just
Cyborg Superman?
yeah, Cyborg Superman. He'll be masquerading as Superman, but wouldn't be he wouldn't know Superman and Lois's relationship, and she'll blurt out his name Clark, and that's where he that's where you can get a bit more into Hank Henshaw's side, where he's really just like watching, listening, and adjusting with his manipulations, where he looks up Clark, and he thinks of a way to mask himself when conducting himself at the Daily Planet.
Yeah.
As until Superman wakes up, and that's where things get dicey. Well, it's not to say that I would say we would go for that. I'm saying, like, if we have to cut down on production when it comes to Brainiac and his infinite knowledge and the bio plants and his ship, we can go straight for Hank Henshaw, or as Fizz would say, Metallo, ground level.
But if you're gonna do Reign of the Superman, what does that make the Eradicator?
Eradicator will be just Eradicator, a hologram,
Hmm.
a technically technologically advanced hologram.
And if this movie is a hit, then I think we should try, if there was to be a sequel, the sequel should focus on maybe a human character from another human character from Earth, not some super robot. Like I was thinking, what if of Light Ray, or not Light Ray, Lightner, the guy who plays who can make light solid.
Oh, what about Parasite? Would that be good or?
Parasite would be good.
Maybe.
No, not for a sequel. You know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail us. Let's get back to the first one.
Wait. You talking about sequel wise?
Yeah.
Parasite would be a good way to explore, but I mean,
they already did that in kind of Man of Tomorrow. I'd like to go back to more Superman the animated series route, where Parasite's not an alien. Parasite's a normal human man.
Exactly. I want to do. I know who I cast as Parasite, by the way.
Who?
No, that guy from that show. What We Do in the Shadows. The guy who plays the energy vampire, supposedly. The boring guy.
You're gonna hate me, but I have not ever watched the show What We Do in the Shadows. I've heard about it, but I have not watched it.
Anybody else? You can't know his name.
No.
I know the actor's name. That would be funny if he was Parasite, and we totally buy that he wants to be Superman. By the way, considering how most people are uninterested in him.
My casting choice would be Patrick Warburton.
Mm-hmm. Wait, Patrick Warburton?
Yep.
Oh my God, he would be amazing. How he could just deliver a deadpan voice. He could just—he's like the king of deadpan.
Until he gets jacked up when he touches Superman. Oh my God! I can feel the power surging through me. Give me some more, Superman.
Yep. Well, I think what would also be really cool about him too is that when we first we actually can show that he's he's crafty. That in the beginning when he how would he in this universe?
Oh hey there, Jeff. You know, my wife has been inviting everybody to have this great party. I would like to see if you can join us today.
Yeah. You know what?
Oh, that's too bad. Okay, I'll go back to work then. Someday, Dolly, I will get you back. I will get you back.
Oh my God.
My best Warburton impression.
But yeah, so in the sequel, do you want Parasite
We're not gonna go that far.
Okay.
We've done enough.
Okay, let's get back then to the first one.
My thing is, like I said, business wise, we could probably change the villain. As far as like everything else, I'm willing to throw money at this because Leia did sell me on this. She's obviously a fan of Superman.
Oh yeah. What sold me is that the fact that this was a scrapped Superman 5, and I'm like, Reeve Superman? Yeah. All right, I'm on. Tell me, don't say no more. I'm in. You had me with the Reeve Superman bit.
All right, we're in 20-minute mark, so I guess we can move on to Redneck now. And before he starts, I'm gonna get the watch ready again.
Okay.
Find my motherfucking phone. Oh, there it is. So 5 minutes, Red. You said that's Child's Play.
I'm doing Child's Play. What?
No.
No, he said the pitch is like Child's Play, so he's curious.
No. I'm giving you 5 minutes. You said I could do like that's easy for me. I'm like, oh, so that's Child's Play.
I'm just trying to think how far I need to go on this pitch, because hearing how Leia went in depth with all the details of her idea, it's like, oh, that's more than an elevator pitch. Do I need to have a whole detailed idea?
Dude, just pitch the way how you would pitch. I'm all ears on how everybody else would pitch it.
I just start with the elevator pitch.
Huh?
I just start with the elevator pitch, the log line, and then I'll be able to go in the details and then brainstorm. So it's my turn already?
Yeah, I think we should.
You know what? Here's an idea. Here's an idea. This is just a reestablishment of the rules. What you're going to do is you're going to give your elevator pitch, and if Wolf likes it, and if he says, tell me more, then you go into the details of your story.
Got it.
That'll work. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Two closest friends in high school are always under the shadow of the school's golden boy, Julius. They devise a plan to get Julius away from the school so they can try to have their spotlight to prove to be good. But their plan to actually take over the school gets the attention of the school's most unfavorable members, who all want in on the deal.
Did
Long,
that.
long. And the boys' names are Mark and Tony.
Mark and Tony. Should I stop there?
That's pretty much the elevator pitch.
That was
Do I-
37 seconds.
If you want me to go into the other details, the only thing I've been working around is trying to come up with names that could turn into high schoolers. I got the names Callie and Cleo, but I don't know what to do with Nero.
I like the old school. I like the vibes you're giving off on like Greek, callbacks to famous works.
I'm not calling back to Greeks. I'm calling back to Rome.
Thank you, Roman. That's what I mean. Old school civilizations.
The joke
Tell
is
me
that
more.
this whole story of these kids wanting to become the golden stars of the school is basically a play-for-play of the fall of Rome.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Callie, Caligula, Cleo, Cleopatra, Nero, Julius Caesar, Mark and
So-
Tony.
So
The
this
two
is gonna be
boys
a-
are named
this is
Mark
gonna
and
be a
Tony.
movie?
Mark Anthony. Get it?
Yep.
So this is going to be a movie or a show?
It would be a movie.
Oh, okay. Live action or animation?
I could do either way. Either way, something has to pick up the missing void that people say they have for Max Keeble. Apparently, people really like that movie.
Oh my God, Max Keeble's big move. My God,
I just
that
know I
was
obsess over the McGoogle.
I don't know why, but that was for a long time, even on the Disney Channel. That was on the massive repeats.
Was that a
Mhm.
TV show before it was a movie? Who is Max
No.
Keeble?
No, it was a move. It was a movie, and nothing else ever came from it.
It's an entertaining watch.
It is an entertaining watch. This is definitely kids movie, a '90s kids movie. I mean, I know it didn't it come out in the 2000s?
Like early 2000.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
early 2000s still had that '90s cloud over it.
And I never let go of the fact that there's like multiple school bullies who just play out the roles of villain.
I know, I know.
That and Lil Romeo was trying to be a star that time.
Was that
Oh,
who played him?
Yeah, that
What
was
do you
him.
mean?
Was Little Romeo the kid with the handheld?
No, Lil Romeo was the cameo as himself.
Oh my god, I gotta Google this.
Yeah, there was a time where Lil Romeo just popped in out of nowhere in certain movies or shows, specifically Static Shock. He did a voiceover for Static Shock, just like Shaq did his voiceover in his cameo.
Yeah.
I think I recognize this kid, but I barely remember him.
Oh, trust me, he's less memorable than Lil Bow Wow.
No.
Wait a minute, was it Justin Burfield in this movie too?
Who?
Reese from Malcolm in the Middle.
I believe he was. All right. Yeah, I believe he was. Or no, that was Luck of the Irish. That was Luck of the Irish.
No, he was in this. His character was called Caption Writer.
No, okay. Well, I was way
he
off.
he was that pseudo news reporter. He was a school journalist.
Oh. Okay, so Star Storyteller has pointed out that Max Keeble was a book series.
Oh wow, so they were trying to adapt it.
Yeah, but I guess this was Diary of a Wimpy Kid before Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
I did it in 30 seconds. I just noticed the chat just now.
Yeah, I'm lining up your scores. The score.
Oh, you're keeping score of all these. Oh boy, here we go. This is going to be interesting.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
it's gonna
though,
be hard to top red.
All right.
to expand on my pitch, I'm just trying to think of what are the appropriate things I can do about these characters. Like I'll tell you this, I came with the name Callie. How the fuck do I execute the character of Caligula through a child?
All right. So first off, if Caligula, because we all know that Caligula was a very depraved human being,
I was thinking of
it's
Tom Nerdy.
so
Kid.
now you got to figure out. Now you got to figure out how to make a disturbed human being into a likable kid for a child's film. I'm also going to give you points on this one.
Oh, they're not.
Brett.
They're not going to be exactly the good guy. I think Mark and Tony are the characters who are actually trying to do good.
Okay.
But they
Well,
were always just carrying Julius's, his cape essentially.
So what rating were you thinking this movie?
It's got to be PG. It's got to have.
Oh my God! I love the challenge. You've intentionally challenged yourself, and I love it. I love this. Okay. Here's what you got to do.
The idea is that as soon as Julius is gone, Cleo shows her darker side that she's afraid to show to Julius.
Yeah.
So it kind of comes to the part where now they're in on a deal. Ultimately, this whole thing ends up being a giant scheme against their friend Julius. Henceforth, the backstab in the story, if you will.
Yep. My God. And how are you planning on having to do the quote unquote assassination of Julius Caesar?
That's the part I'm still having fun with. My other part trying to figure out what did they trick Julius into doing to go away. Like he's going to be the school's golden boy. So try to think what is like the highest.
Okay, here's the idea. What if they actually try to pull us? So it turns out that Julius in the past, because if you want to be really real to Julius Caesar, he had a lot of scandals and skeletons in his closet. So what if they have picture proof of what he did, and they try to tell him? Here's the funny thing. They confront all of the people, who hate Julius, and they show the incriminating evidence. And Brutus, Julius's friend, is finally shown the condemning evidence. We never show what's on the picture, by the way. We just show them the picture. And Brutus is like going, "Oh my God." And he looks at Julius and he says, "You betrayed everything you stood for." And Julius is like, "I made a mistake, I swear." And then he says to all of them, "What do you want?" And they say, "We want you to drop out of whatever position you're in." But however, for Brutus, this isn't enough. He needs the whole school to know the truth. So when Julius Caesar is announcing his whole resignation to bow out gracefully, Julius reveals through a massive text the picture of Julius Caesar. And as Julius is humiliated, or in a sense assassinated, he looks at Brutus and goes, "Et tu, Brutus?"
And this is exactly how a pitch meeting goes.
Yep. And that's what he does. He walks away, walks out of the room, forever shamed, aka he's been, quote, character assassinated.
And despite me going on diatribes about my experience working with animators and people on their story pitches, this is kind of just dead. You pitch an idea, you get the producers loving the idea, and then they start sharing their ideas. They start delving into it.
Yeah.
In my experience, this is how you make a perfect pitch. You make your idea their idea.
Exactly. And that's perfect. And that's the thing too and so that's what happens after Julius Caesar is ousted. What's the next part of your story? They start showing the dark sides of everybody.
Well, we won't get that far into it.
I gotta think of the idea that it's gonna have an ending, not so much the Hollywood happy ending, but I gotta think that eventually Mark and Tony have to think about what they've done. So kind of contrary to the actual end of what happened to Julius Caesar, because you can't do much past death.
No.
But I might think that all he can do with Mark Anthony is, well, join them.
Yeah.
So, quick question.
And maybe the same idea. Do you know that episode of Malcolm in the Middle where they go through the files because there's that one guy who's supposed to be the school counselor who has everybody's dirty secret? So when Malcolm breaks into the office after shaming his brother Reese.
And that's because
I gotta ask this.
I love that.
I mean, technically, this is the extension of the pitch, so you got to mark me down for this, Wolf. It's fair.
Yeah, I'm mark you down for what?
Mark me down for the extended time to pitch the rest of this idea together. I mean, part of the idea was to me to get up and start contributing their ideas. What's up?
All right. No, my question is, who's playing Cleopatra then?
Shit. I gotta think about real kids now.
What?
Quick, to the Disney Channel.
I mean, Disney's already doing things to them right now. I don't know if I want to be
Oh my gosh, I know I know exactly who can play Julius Caesar.
Please tell.
Who?
And this is a joke. This is a joke
Do tell.
question, so FYI. Justin
Okay.
Bieber.
You know, I'm not against that.
Fuck!
Or if you want, you can
This is
make Justin
becoming
Bieber
fun
Caligula.
already.
Why?
Or you can make
Why? Why'd you have
You know
to do
what?
this to me,
That-
Schooner?
that guy-
Why?
Final, I am a final,
Guy.
final. I take joy in the simplest of things. And
Everybody
just
wants-
watching people.
everybody in the
Mhm.
chat wants to write Caligula. I have to say though, I was gonna say nobody's gonna mention Nero. I kind of thought, what is Nero? I like the idea that he's like the Eds, where he's just the scummy kid
It's like
who tricked everybody else into paying
in many
up.
episodes of SpongeBob, but Mrs. Bubs is
You know,
like,
kind of like
"Oh,
how Nero himself was
SpongeBob,
the guy who took everybody's gold
why?"
to try to build himself.
Hey, you guys are cutting over freaking Red. He's talking.
Guys,
I'm just laughing at the fact that everyone in the chat there is also trying to write Caligula. This is the one character everybody wants to write about. Oh, he's going to be the Tom Hiddleston. I'm like, Caligula is like a furious masturbator pedophile in real life. You guys really want me to romanticize this character?
well, in my version, Caligula is he is an H.P. Lovecraft enthusiast.
I was thinking
So-
anime weeaboo.
He's
Somehow
an
he has some sexual fixation, but at the same time, he has no outlet for it.
But you said you want to keep it PG. So so instead, what if he's hopelessly obsessed with anime girls? Like he has all these pictures of anime girls and he's like going,
Maybe
my
you got the idea
collection.
from Sex Education.
I am willing to go PG-13 since that's a meaningless rating, but at the same time, this is kind of a when you're doing the coming of age story. I think it's kind of a little more important, if not more appealing, to strike them when they're younger.
Yeah. Oh my
All
God.
right.
Caligula, that's it. Caligula, oh my gosh. Caligula hit puberty early. That's why he's so
I do like Williams to mention that Caligula was just a normal kid, but through this whole antic, it's the part that corrupts him.
oh my God.
I think initially it's going to be Nero who basically buys into this whole plan because, just like real life Nero, the guy was pulling the strings.
Yeah.
I'm only laughing because here in Utah, we have these things called seminaries, little buildings dedicated for members of the school who are part of the LDS church to go have church studies on the A or B days. So I'm just trying to think of the idea.
All right, are we ready for a final yet?
Sorry,
Yeah,
real
let's do
quick.
the finals pitch.
I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. My
Yeah, case in
internet's
point.
been
Okay.
funky. So I'm
New
back.
plan. Okay, new plan. You guys gotta impress me in 5 minutes.
Okay. Did Retnick's idea thrill you?
Yeah, it took him 37 seconds to do it.
That's the log line.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like if it took too long, I'm just gonna say if it took too long, much longer than 5 minutes, I'm like, you know,
You only expand once the person loves the idea.
yeah, exactly.
You can
So
learn
you
this
guys
and
can
more
do
from Cyborg
better.
Cat.
All right, final, you ready?
Okay, so yeah.
Sound nervous. I kid.
All right, so
Count down to 3, man. Slow down.
okay.
3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay, so I am still working on Light and Darkness. I have been writing a lot of other stories, but I won't get onto those until Light and Darkness is done. So yeah, basically the whole plan, I'm just focusing on this one first, and then as soon as that's done, then I'll do the other ones that I have done. So yeah, but as far as work for Light and Darkness is going on still, I should be almost done with chapter 11. They just defeated the greed sin, Avidity.
I'm aware, but you got re-educate.
They just rescued the.
Start from there.
On my story.
Yeah.
Like. Okay, so.
Before I begin, dude. Nobody's never heard your story
Okay,
yet.
sure.
Not everybody.
Not everybody. Okay. So, I hate to pretty much do this again, but you wouldn't mind if I would still read the synopsis again, like last time I was here for the first time, right?
Right. Do it. Do just that.
Okay. If I can even find it. Here it is. Long ago, there came a legend of two opposing forces in a continuous battle. The light and the darkness. The two sides come to a conclusion to settle their conflicts once and for all. Doing so, the light creates 5 secret swords. Each sword lies a crystal orb that lies the power of 5 elements: earth, fire, wind, water, and thunder. As for the darkness, it has selected among 7 people who want to take revenge on the world, whether it's something lost or out of spite, and so gives them demonic powers of the 7 deadly sins: pride, greed, lust, wrath, envy, gluttony, and sloth. The light scatters the 5 secret swords across the world to choose a warrior capable of having said sword. But as the warriors are chosen, the darkness begins to consume the world. And now, with the warriors chosen with the swords and the light as their guide, their journey to save the world from the darkness begins.
All right.
Questions?
I guess we can stop right there.
Oh, I had a question. Or Wolf, did you want to speak first?
Go ahead, Leia.
Final.
Mhm.
You say that there'll be warriors of light. Is this a hero's
Yeah, there's 5 of them.
journey? Is this hero's journey, or is this something like a fellowship? Are these going to be fantasy warriors from different realms or different parts of the land, or is this more of a hero's journey type of story?
It is pretty much a fellowship because the
Mm-hmm.
5 warriors I've chosen, they're actually from one kingdom, which is the kingdom of Eroismos. They've been there for pretty much for a pretty long time. They do know each other. They feel more so
This is for a
like
book. Am I
family.
correct?
Hmm?
This is for a book.
What's it?
Am I correct?
For a
Sorry.
bucket?
Let me repeat. This is for a book. Am I correct?
Yeah, this is gonna be a graphic novel.
Let me hand you to my book consultant, Redneck.
Just trying to remember. I'm sorry, but I heard it, but words fall out of my brain when you bring in concepts about light and dark. It's like I can't remember Kingdom Hearts. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm
I mean, it is pretty much like based on Final Fantasy. I mean, given my name, yes.
So why am I the book expert?
Redneck, that was amazing.
We made gross.
So this is a graphic novel. Okay. I assume that, well, this is a graphic novel. This is not a script for a film, so it's going to be different in your graphic novel. What is your target
I mean,
audience?
I'm still pretty much like writing it like
But what
anytime when
is
I'm
your
writing a
target
script for a
audience?
story, I always write it like they're like scripts for plays.
Is your target audience young adults only, teens? Are we talking Game of Thrones area, or what do you have a target audience?
It's not going to be like hardcore like Game of Thrones, no,
Okay.
because this is based on Final
But those
Fantasy.
are
I aimed it,
adults.
yeah. So yeah, young adults. It is aimed more so at a teen audience.
Okay. Cool. We can work with that.
Okay, that gives me a better idea of what I'm dealing with here. So I'm dealing with a graphic novel for a teen audience that is not
And it is in a fantasy setting, yeah. Like I said, because it is a fellowship, because it's 5 warriors of light from one kingdom that were chosen.
Okay, 5 warriors of light from kingdom that is chosen. Is there, okay, I kind of like this. This is young adult. This is a teen audience. Is there an underlining story? Is this a metaphor for anything, such as what happens when these young adults go on this journey? Do they come closer, or do they mature, or do they grow up, or do they go into adulthood as they progress with this journey? Do these five warriors have different things or emotions or dealings they have to work on? Or
She's
I
saying,
mean,
are there going to be any
yeah,
character arcs
yes.
and any explorations of character?
I mean, they pretty much know each other well. We just basically pretty much like know them pretty much with their accents. Like, I'll give you an example. One,
Okay.
Nero. He's the warrior. He's the water warrior. He's the tactician of the team.
I got a
How I
trademark.
written? Huh?
I claim trademark on that name.
But my five warriors of light are named after their respective elements in the Greek language. That's how they got their names.
I'm
I
kidding.
see.
You. I'm not even
Yeah.
sure here on the end. I've been trying to think what name, but go on.
Okay, so yeah,
Go on.
my intention for writing this character, for him being tactician of the team, he's written more so as more so kind of like the Batman-esque character. Like, he is pretty much a detective, almost, because yeah, he is a tactician. But he's also kind of sad, but the only person who has kept him pretty much alive throughout his life is pretty much Guy. He's the Earth Warrior, the gentle giant, if you may say. 'Cause he is very strong.
I almost want to interject with if I have to pitch Batman, he is a character that everyone sees to have everything but lost the most important thing. So he's willing to give up everything to prevent any loss like he had ever again.
Well, pretty much, yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much the whole reason why he became a tactician, because he lost his parents when he was 18. But in order to not let anyone else from having that, he decides to actually become smarter, and so he rose to the ranks of being a tactician. But then, as we get to one of the sins, which is the sin of sloth, which let me go back to figure out the name. I forget names pretty much a lot. I need to find it. Actually, straight to these character sheets that I have. Here it is. Perseus, that's the sin of sloth. Because the villains, they are the seven deadly sins. They're sin, and especially the seven virtues is their real
That is
names
on my end.
in the front. And so, basically, huh?
Is that just on my end? Because
What's
it seems
that?
like he bringing it up.
He
It's like
was
bringing
doing
up his name.
roboting there, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I can hear you clearly now.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. So yeah,
You go.
and so yeah, Perseus, I gave her backstory of inspiration I gave was actually similar to the Purple Haze Feedback manga, or was it the one shot? It's basically it was kind of Katafugo's backstory from part 5, which we don't see in the manga, but we do see it in the anime of part 5. It's where she lost her mother, and she was racing through the ranks, but then, of course, something bad happens, which is when she caused her to leave. And so when she was actually defeated later, Nero decides to help her because he knows that pain that she's going through. So yeah, he decides to help her. So basically, just almost like healing.
So one of your warriors is a female?
No, they're all guys.
Okay. Thank you. I am no shame. I'm glad to see a story with nothing but men. The young girls will like that because you say this is young adults, so that tells me right away that you girls.
Eye candy.
Yes, yes. That's important.
It's not gonna. They're not gonna be used as like almost like sex models. They ain't.
Well, you don't have to.
I mean, Guy is pretty much strong because he's pretty much almost like them. Yeah, he has a very muscular stature. He is the strongest of the team.
Well, you don't have to worry about that because girls and speaking myself and thinking myself when I was in my adolescence, they don't have to be heartthrobs.
Well, no, they're just basically
they're
they're basically heroes.
Yeah, their characteristics will make them heroes, and it will make the boys I know instantly will take to this, but the girls will take to it because they will be drawn to their characteristics.
Right. And so basically, even though I was wanting to discuss this with the 5-man band videos that eventually we might do eventually, but it is going to be set up basically as the 5-man band archetype, the team dynamic archetype that I just started realizing after learning about this. Voltia, he is the leader. He's the warrior of fire. So basically, he is the hero, and he's not like the aggressive kind of fire that a lot of people. Wait a minute, this healing romantic? Well, no, he's just basically almost understanding the pain that he went through and saying that, yeah, he's very sorry, but he could help.
Thank you, Wolf. I was actually imagining in my head that she's singing the Marvin Gaye song for herself.
No. Not like that either. Put it away.
No, bring it out. In fact, Wolf, go to Ricardo.
Stop that! Stop that! I'm trying to.
I just said they aren't like that. Put it away.
Yes.
I like how he said it. Yes.
Mm-hmm, yes.
Ricardo's a gorgeous.
Wolf,
anyway,
I'm trying. Wolf, I'm trying.
Who says that was for you? That's for Star.
Because I wanted it.
Oh yeah, like I'm not gonna look at that one.
Yeah, because she's totally doing that when you just showed Leia just freaking Chris Evans. So anyway,
yeah, I'm trying to focus on final story because I like what I'm hearing. So please continue.
Anyway, so yeah, Voltia, he is the leader of the team. He is fire, and he's not like the aggressive type of fire like that is very much associated with a lot of shonen manga, if you might be familiar with that. But it's more so of a warm heart. Pretty much, it's more comforting to be around. So basically, yeah, it's basically his warm heart. That's why he's associated with fire. Dude! I saw that!
Yeah.
And this time, he's giving you more time to pitch your story.
I'm trying to focus because my intention is, I don't know about Wolf, but I might, at my studio, I may want to adapt your graphic novel to a motion picture. So that's why I'm asking these questions.
In terms of adaptations, I definitely see it becoming either an animated show or a video game.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, work.
You know what? Yeah, animated show is not bad. I don't think it doesn't have to be a motion picture. Animated show might be better for it because then you can stretch out your story more.
Plus, the biggest reason why people choose animation, you can bring in the suspension of disbelief of the fantastic concepts without having to contrast it to the realism of a character.
Oh yeah. It's not that I don't hate it with live action or anything. It might work in theory, but yeah, I feel like it's just a bit much of like a big risk to do that. So I just feel like animation is pretty much like the best way to go with that, or perhaps even a video game.
Plus timelessness.
Anyway, now going on to the Lancer of the team, Astrapi. He's
I am trying to focus.
In the corner of my eye, I saw that.
That was for Marty.
Dear.
That was for Marty. That's for Marty.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, the gentle fire type. Yeah, that's Voltia. But now to his younger brother, the Lancer of the team, Astrapi.
I don't mean to stop you right there. I would definitely fund this project.
I mean,
oh wait, I never got my answer.
You want your answer too? Go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off, Fantasy. Fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick 12. That's your name now. Oh, I was gonna say to Wolf, you didn't tell me if he'd pitch my project.
Wait, what?
Oh no!
You didn't even tell me.
We are. Yeah, you did pass over Redneck.
My bad. Yeah, I pitch I'll fund your project too.
37 seconds. It's like, well done. It's like, wait, that didn't tell me I got a show or not.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I would definitely fund your project too,
Every other producer.
because I would love to see that shit unfold. Definitely, dude.
Awesome. Now back to final or
Yeah,
12.
final.
Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah.
finally.
So
Yeah. Say no more. You got your money.
yeah, okay.
Now
I mean,
go
I
be
was already
fucking
thinking
nuts.
like soon as like it's done with the draft and then the editing, then I might as well have to figure out some way to publish it. And then as
Right,
soon
right,
as it's
right,
close to being done, yeah, I'll think about somewhere trying to find a good release when it's somewhere close to being done.
right. A deadline, of course. We'll work out
Yeah.
that. We'll work out the details on that one. But yeah, you did a good job, dude, so far.
Yes,
I
I'm
will say
intrigued.
I would say don't go with that kind of narration. Just tell your idea of what it's going to be.
Yeah. Okay.
But that but that
Anyway, should I?
but that was fine for us here. But like if you were going that route with a publisher, say, yeah, don't do that.
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
you should do that.
Oh,
Just tell them what the book is, what the title is, and the basic synopsis, which is it's called Light and Dark. Am I correct?
yeah,
If
because it's
he
the battle between light and darkness.
All right.
if he's presenting that, would it do him good to have some drawings or some artwork to whet their appetite a little bit? It doesn't have to be perfect, but more like conceptual art of
In
what
person,
he,
it helps.
because he does draw. So I'm saying
Yeah.
if he came in, it would be very
I mean, I'm good
impressive.
at pretty much like drawing characters, but not
Mhm.
necessarily like drawing like the backgrounds and then pretty much
Right.
the characters. Like, if that makes any sense.
I'm about to have you next time, Starf, as a as our merch candidate.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I said, you don't have to, like you said, you can just give me a concept of because what's going to attract me, what I'm looking at are the characters first. The other stuff you can add later. But what I
Yeah,
would like to see is
I'm
what your
just saying, like,
characters look
for
like.
when you actually get there, when you get your foot in the door, when you get that chance, just don't pitch it like that. Like that's fun for us because I love to hear open narration. That's fun, dude. But like, just remember to try to sell your idea and as Rhett has said, make your idea into their idea. So you gotta
Well,
find a way to communicate well to that. Or
you know,
is there any other suggestions you can give,
I was gonna
Rhett?
say, I am only gonna say, if we were allowed to have a little more discussions about this, I would have shared this idea beforehand. It's not like it's supposed to be my secret weapon and no one else's.
Correct.
But I'm just saying, I just otherwise just thinking to myself, like talking about like presentations, dioramas. We can almost have a whole video discussing how SpongeBob got pitched to Nickelodeon. One of the most out there concepts that you would never know, you would never think would be picked up for a network. Just the guy who was passionate enough to bring in his knowledge about the ocean, as well as a whole diorama using sculptures in the fishbowl to even show his show. But yes, you
There's
can.
been some wacky shit that happened in those offices. I can imagine, and somehow the show or whatever got greenlit.
Yeah, all the
Like for him, for final, he, like I said, he doesn't have to go out there. He can just pitch while he's talking. Since this is a graphic novel, but he can just talk, but he can just have an artwork of what these 5 characters are going to look like. And that's basically all you need. Like you said, he doesn't have to go full blown Ralph McQuarrie, like
I
Ralph
mean, I
McQuarrie
did
did.
show like
Yeah.
a picture to you guys on in the MeWe chat.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
you pull that up, or is that not relevant?
No, not relevant. We'll just move on to Schooner now.
Oh, okay.
Hey. Okay.
Oh, is it my turn?
Oh,
It's your turn now.
All
So I'll be
right.
starting it in the countdown. 3, 2, 1, and go.
My name is Schooner Tuna, and I am the writer of G.I. Joe Real American Hero. It's no secret times are tough. A wise man once said, everything that's happened, the things that are about to come to light, people just might need a little old-fashioned. The recent pandemic has shown that streaming services aren't enough. People want to go to the movie theaters to see the big screen with their own eyes. For 60 years, G.I. Joe has inspired generations with a dedicated fan base, keeping it alive today. While several heroic attempts have been made to launch the brand into film, each one has been received with either a mix or negative reviews. The reason? Each was lacking a critical ingredient. It's always one story for one fresh new audience. Well, when you come across a DeLorean in a junkyard, what do? Give it a fresh paint job only to abandon it once you see it doesn't start? No. You get down and fix the engine, rotate the tires, and so on. It's a hard job, but the reward yields great return. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, is 2 stories in one. It's a story for the fresh eyes and a tale for those whom have stuck with the property for years. If I have caught your attention at all, I can go into further detail.
And no one's at the bow. Let's stop right there. That's 1 minute 19 for a schooner.
That's
So
all
have
he
I
did?
gotten your attention with that pitch?
Fuck yeah, you did.
Yes, you did. I want to hear more.
Go
All
ahead.
right. All right. So this version of G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, the biggest problem that I believe the films had was because they kept trying to make one of the G.I. Joes the central focus. What you need is an audience insert character, one for who sees the world that's going to be built before them. So this character, I've just called him Soldier. It could be a he or a she. It could be black, white, red, brown, doesn't matter. This is our audience insert, and they're just going to have a very skeleton-like personality. So, but the good news is that as the story develops, this character stops being an audience insert and morphs into their own character. So, we basically start off this audience insert character. Their name is Soldier. And Soldier is very gifted in the battlefield. They're part of a special unit, all this kind of stuff. But the problem is that they're kind of a loose cannon. They march to their own tune, and they don't follow orders really well. They got a problem with authority, and this is becoming a liability in the field. Now, the military would cut out Soldier or get rid of them, but the problem is Soldier's good. This character, they're very, very good at what they do, and they've been lucky. And this Soldier fights, so they don't want to cut him out, but they also don't want to condone this bad behavior. So the high command's thinking maybe we're finally going to have to put Soldier in a military prison. Cool, that'll give him the lesson. Well, this is where we meet Duke, and Duke is part of a special unit of G.I. Joe, and he says, "I'll take Soldier." He says, "I'm going to take Soldier, and I'm going to introduce them to G.I. Joe," and this is where most of our story begins. Have I got your attention so far?
Oh, yeah.
Got me there now.
I like it.
I just thinking a more exciting and professional setting. You could also have come up with a more clever and apt nickname for the character too. Soldier will fall flat on the mind, but I was thinking.
Well, no, I was originally gonna just give them the credit known as Shiny, known as the newbie, or that's why they call the newbies Shiners. So they just call this character Shiny.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
So anyway, Duke takes Shiny to G.I. Joe headquarters and basically tells Shiny that we technically don't work for the military. We technically don't work for the United States military. And then very similar to that of a Men in Black backstory, he says, back in World War II, the Nazis and the Axis powers had created a deep division known as Cobra. Cobra, however, was not interested in the Nazis. They were just interested in what the Nazis could give them. So when they find out what Cobra, the secret organization of Cobra, the Allies decide to create their own little their own little special group known as G.I. Joes. And after World War II, the war didn't end for Cobra. Instead, Cobra was waging a shadow war, which the G.I. Joes were fighting them all throughout history. Duke reveals that Cobra was responsible for the Cuban Missile Crisis. They were responsible for the assassinations of John F. Kennedy, all that stuff. And that this is just that their war has kind of been in the periphery of history. That sound good for an origin of Cobra?
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, Duke is taking he says the Shadow War reached an apex when the Berlin Wall finally fell, which was a great victory for G.I. Joe. That was when G.I. Joe could start, recruiting people from all over, soldiers from all over the world, Russia, Africa, Asia, all over the world. And Shiny realizes, oh my God, G.I. Joe, and Duke does reveal, while G.I. Joe does have its base of operations in the United States, it's sort of got a lot of autonomy from a lot of countries around the world. And this is the moment where Shiny just jumps and says the moral dilemma. The moral dilemma is, well, then who holds you guys responsible? What's to stop you guys from going out and taking over the world and being no different from Cobra? And I have this scene in my head, is that right when Shiny says that, all of the workers in the room stop what they're doing and look at him or her or them. And Duke, not missing a beat, says, who's stopping us? It's you. It's me. It's her. It's all of them. We all keep each other. This is what G.I. Joe is. We keep each other and the world in check to protect Cobra. And that was the reason why Duke recruited this person, because this person knows.
Fuck yeah, coming in and say the motherfucking thing now, America. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm also going to say this too.
The only way, terrorists, your brain is through.
Yeah, I'm going to say this right now. This movie is one big love letter to United States of America.
That's what I was waiting to hear. I was going to ask that. That's what I was.
This movie is very pro American values here, because they're not just one idea. They're a diversity of ideas, real diversity. And we're talking about duty, the virtues of duty, honor, and loyalty. And in this universe, I can keep it both grounded and have a hyper fantasy setting, because Cobra is the one that's pushing the forbidden technology. Okay, they're the ones that are having the laser weapons and those creepy biological experiments, whereas G.I. Joe is kind of running things in a very more traditional military. I would love to have, because if any of you guys ever saw the movie Act of Valor, did anybody ever see that?
I did, but I can't remember the whole story.
It's basically, that movie was made by military men and shows standard military operations. And I would want G.I. Joe to do that, operate on standard military operations. And I want to show that in a combat situation, even if they are caught off guard, the G.I. Joes can adapt to a situation. It'd
be cool to have Cobra genetically modified snake monsters to fight them.
Well, and that was another thing too, is that Cobra, like I said, is pushing the forbidden tech.
Think of it as like Wolfenstein, the New Order.
Well, I can say this, Goonie, you that pitch immediately won me over. And what won me over is your opening statement when you said why G.I. Joe movies have failed. And they have failed because they try to do individual pieces instead of just showing it all as a team. So immediately my ears perked up. And you also perked up that you're saying this is all about American and American values. And I truly feel we need to have that back. So I'm glad that you got my attention right then and there, that you were brave enough to walk in the door and prick my ears up, because that is what G.I. Joe is all about. And I also like the fact that, did you have more, Scooty? Was that just basically the
I do have more, because this would be the part in the story. This would actually be the part in the story, believe it or not, when we finally, so we got a base idea right there, exposition dump. Now we get to know our characters, because Duke taking in Shiny is a big deal amongst the Joes, because Duke almost never, because it's like Duke says, this guy's kind of like taking him under his wing, and a lot of the Joes are shocked by this. And this is where Shiny starts to get to know some of the G.I. Joes, but more so, we start to learn about Duke through the eyes of the Joes. Not from Duke's point of view, G.I. Joe is. We're going to get what the Joes' point of view is of Duke himself, their leader. And he learns about Duke, how Duke was military brat and all this kind of stuff. Like, we're trying to show that he is just a man, but to also the other Joes, he is a legend. And the fact that he took Shiny in is a big deal, given what happened to the last person Duke brought in. And Shiny's like, what happened to them? And they don't talk about that. They're not talking about that because it's too painful. But the twist at the end is that Duke's former protege, and yes, I am stealing this idea because I did think it worked. It worked as an idea, but it failed in execution. The twist in the story is that throughout the story, when they were talking about the Joe's battle, they always talk about Cobra Commander and how Cobra Commander has always been one step ahead of the Joes. The twist in the story is Cobra Commander isn't a man, it's a title. It's a title given down to everybody to anyone in the organization of Cobra who is ruthless. And it turns out that Duke's former protege took the title of Cobra Commander. And that's why the battle between Cobra and G.I. Joe is now more of a personal fight between Cobra Commander and Duke.
All right, we're in the hour mark, hour and 10 so far. So we'll give it to Fizz now. And
hang
Fizz,
on, I want to hear, hang on. I want to hear, would you fund this? And I want to hear what everybody thinks of the idea.
Negro, you got fucking $1 billion attached to your name right now.
I will fund it, but you got to put my baby as G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh, it will. It's gonna be called, it's a movie, and it's going to be called G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero.
You sold me. I'm already thinking of who my cast will be. So you sold me. Definitely, I'm funding it. And the soldiers, all stipulation, they all got to go work out in the gym and get nice and buff and show their physical strength. I want strong, buff. Okay, Wolf. Okay, you want to do
And
that?
you know what?
Yeah, okay.
Leia will add a little bit of gravy to that deal. Okay, you can personally inspect them after the workout routine.
Oh well, Scooter, your story is sold. Make sure that's in the contract. Yes.
Dark Stranger, you make it sound like that's a bad thing.
Not really. It's like Scooty said, Dark Stranger, if it's executed right, it can be told well.
Mm-hmm.
So, Fizz, same deal. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Barry Allen is a STARS lab scientist working on a secret kryptonite weapons project. But unfortunately, one day, a supposed test gorilla sabotages the containment field during a thunderstorm. This results in a massive kryptonite energy wave that washes over the entire city of Central City, resulting in some people gaining superpowers. Barry soon awakens in a world where superpower beings known as supervillains are warring over the city in various different gangs. Barry Allen soon realized he has now been given the gift of super speed and must now use this ability to take back his city, and stop the ultimate evil that is Gorilla Grodd. Is that good enough for you?
We'll stop right there. Since you had nothing more to say. It's 1 minute and 4. 1 minute and 4 for Fizz. So you want to elaborate more?
Yeah. Basically, I will in my version of DCU, I will have a Flash movie where Barry's trying to. Barry's a STARS lab scientist working on a project using kryptonite to create superpowered weapons to kill Superman with if he ever goes evil. He was assigned to it, but then it all goes wrong when Grodd posing as a regular gorilla, test gorilla, sabotages the project during thunderstorm. There's going to see, in the comic books, you got a type of kryptonite that absorbs energy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Go on.
There's going to try to absorb a lightning bolt with it. Absorb a lightning bolt with it during a thunderstorm. The see how powerful it truly is. Then, but unfortunately, Grodd sabotages it, cause causing a massive kryptonite energy wave to wash over the entire city and give a bunch of people superpowers. And Barry falls unconscious, and then wakes up. He has super speed, and there's a bunch of all of his villains, all of his roles get essentially created at once. The ones who have superpowers, the ones all get essentially created at once. Was and they all in different gangs and
Let's
having
stop you
gang
right there.
wars.
How many supervillains are you going to have in this movie?
How many? Only a couple. Only a couple.
Okay,
And
name them.
a couple. The main ones are going to feature the main human villain. We're going to feature is the top,
Okay, what's the second one?
and the main gorilla villain, of course, is Gorilla Grodd. And go ahead. You have a superpower ape squad working for him.
Okay, so it's going to be Rise of the Planet of the Apes for a while.
Exactly. And the entire plot is that the Gorilla Grodd, the top possesses a device that Gorilla Grodd needs in order to uplift more gorillas and to more apes. And he has a small squad of super apes already.
He's going to be building Gorilla City. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Exactly. That's actually gonna be cool. Is he gonna build Gorilla City actually in the city? So the first thing he's gonna do is purge the people out of them.
Exactly.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That actually could be pretty awesome. Do you have an idea for how it would end?
Basically, his ultimate weapon would be Titano.
Uh-huh.
Titan. Yeah. They'll have a fight scene where Flash uses super speed to run around this giant Titanic ape. I might have him actually kill Titano, but then convince. I don't know, but I might not have Titano talk like we stream like a mindless monster.
Can I make a suggestion? Could I make a suggestion? What if in this universe, because Gorilla Grodd is building Gorilla City, what if we actually show a little bit more of the Flash's humanity? And he actually doesn't want to destroy the ape city, okay? Because Grodd made them sentient but Grodd is not treating them well. And the apes realize that Grodd is genocidal and mad, and Flash is able to convince them to overthrow him.
That'll be good. That'll be good actually. And the main one leading the good apes is going to be Detective Chimp.
Yeah, Detective Chimp.
Okay, like Leia earlier. Hang on, Schooner. Like Leia earlier with her Superman project. Are you able to be flexible if I suggest a villain change?
Okay, what would be the villain change?
No. I'm asking you the question. Would you be flexible enough if I suggest a villain change?
Okay, I'm okay. I might. Okay, go on.
What you're saying, Fizz? What you're saying is it depends on what villain he wants to change it to.
It ain't gonna depend. I'm gonna suggest a villain change, but I'm asking you: are you willing to be flexible?
Yes.
All right. Don't get me wrong. I like Gorilla Grodd and what your idea of Gorilla Grodd is, but what if I told you to save him for the sequel?
Like, yeah, I actually want to say, okay, go on.
But in place of him, I will have you introduce Captain Cold.
Yeah, I want to save that for the sequel, but then, yeah. Right.
I'm saying, like, if I had to suggest switching those two around, would you be flexible enough to do that?
Okay, okay, okay. I see I kind of see what's going.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like I'm like I said, Gorilla Grodd idea will still be intact. But what I'm saying is, what if I told you to say that for the sequel? Because that sounds like a grand thing going on. You guys gotta remember this. Like, anybody could be asking you to alter a few things for budget reasons.
Oh yeah, you keep a small scale basically.
Is there any truth to what I'm saying, Rhett? I hear you
Mm.
groaning back there.
I know. I just kind of like, I just kind of want to jump in. I trying to think if I even remember what the origin or character of Captain Cold is. I know who he is. I know what he does, but I was gonna say a very fun point that often comes is that when it comes to when a hero's journey is often the hero making a choice. And brought to some parallels, often how your villain is a same reflection of what your hero is. They want the same thing. They want to do the same thing, but often their motives and intentions are what separates them.
I'm only
See, as much as I do like that, and that is method is tried and true, I think it has been overused a lot. In my opinion, Gorilla Grodd for this one shows a more head versus heart style of storytelling. Gorilla Grodd is all intellectual, believing that he can control the world. Flash has always been more running with his heart and what is right.
I'm only
Okay.
referencing I'm only referencing the villain change when it came down to Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3. That's why I'm bringing that up.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well,
So what?
continue, Wolf.
Yeah,
So basically,
but yeah, I
you'll end
didn't.
up with a what could have been like Fizz. I'm willing to fund your project because I do would like a fully realized Flash movie, unlike what they're trying to produce in DC.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yep,
So
I agree
anything else
too.
you want to add to it, Fizz?
I wouldn't have most of the major rogues showing up at all. I'll just have them lesser Flash villains all working for most of what we see work for the top. Let's like so no Captain Colds, no other speedsters, no.
You're not gonna be doing Rose Gallery just yet. You're
Exactly. We
building up
have
to it,
most of them. Yeah, exactly. We have mostly the minor superpower Flash villains that nobody cares about. Uh,
or nobody would care about until you make them cool.
exactly. So no
Fizz,
Mirror Masters.
Make him disposable for the sake of the
Mm,
situations that bleed to
yeah,
that character's climax.
yeah, yeah. No Weather Wizard, for example. No, none of that. Just mostly just things that nobody care about, like Peekaboo or something. Work.
Good yet terrible example I'm thinking would be like Paul Giamatti as the Rhino in the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
You know what
yeah.
could actually be interesting though is that if you want to franchise these movies to make a sequel, what if you show like something like what's the idea? Like somebody giving Captain Cold the inspiration to be the villain, or somebody who deliberately sabotaged Flash's lab with Gorilla Grodd, and then in the later movies you just Flash is realizing it's another speedster, and that would be Reverse Flash or Thrawn. Or I'm sorry, Eobard's Vaughn.
Mm.
Fizz, is this an origin story for the Flash?
Yes, I made that very
Okay.
clear.
Oh, okay, and which is fine. I like your idea too. Um, how is there a change between when he first gets his powers? How is he at the end of the film? Is he now
At the
more
start of the movie,
projectable?
at the start,
Is he realizing they're responsible, or what happens to him at the end as far as progression?
at the start of the movie, he kind of thinks that at the start of the movie before he gets his powers, he kind of thinks that all metahumans are inherently evil because he inherently dangerous because Superman. What happened with Superman?
Is this taking
But
place
he
in the
gets powers.
DCEU?
Yeah. But then he would after gaining his powers, he was realize that having powers doesn't inherently make you evil. Because he's still a good guy even though he has yeah. He still chooses to believe even though he has these powers now.
If it's going to take place in a Superman universe, can it be Leia's Superman universe?
I would like that.
So basically, he at first, without the powers, he thinks that the superheroes are evil and up to no good. But when he becomes one dangerous, but when he becomes one himself, at the end, he realizes that they're not as bad as they're set out to be. Because he has
I
Exactly.
become
got
one
an idea
himself.
too. If you want, we can also show another. If we want to, we can make it a little more personal on why he thinks people with superpowers are bad. Because he witnessed the murder of his mother at the hands of Reverse Flash, and he
No,
saw a
no,
man. Oh,
no.
okay.
Maybe another soup. Not Reverse Flash. You're not bringing him yet. I'm going to do a more about the time travel aspect in the sequel. So
Well, yeah, I
I'm
know, but I'm saying just for the first. I'm saying just for the first movie,
mm,
he. You're not bringing in the time travel aspect yet. You're going to be explaining the time travel in the sequels. But I'm just saying, in the past, he witnessed his mother getting killed by a super speedster, and he came to believe that people with superpowers, the comic books, were a lie.
no,
That
maybe one of the Golden Age Flash villains, like or something. Maybe one day one of those other villains who have superpowers but on the lower end of the scale. Like maybe Killer Croc. That'd be good.
so Killer Croc kills Flash's mom.
Yeah, that'd be
I
perfect.
think that kind of, I don't know. I think that kind of cheapens the idea of. I mean, it's showing that once again that Batman is the sole, bringing in a Batman villain. I don't think. Let's bring in a lesser
Yeah,
known
I'm not
Flash.
too keen on the idea with Croc being there, just with being so centric with Batman being involved with everything.
Yeah,
It works with a little shadow. I do like that idea.
Run that by me again because I had to step away for a while.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Just give me the fucking bullet point.
Yeah, I said
I suggested that it would be the reason why Fizz is saying that Flash in this universe would have a vendetta against superpowered beings, especially
Oh,
Superman.
hey Al, he's in the chat right now.
Hey,
Hi guys.
Hey,
Hello, Al.
but getting back to what I was saying, he says that Flash in his movie would have a vendetta against superpowered beings because he thinks Superman is evil and up to no good. I suggested, what if that prejudice is a little more personal because when he was a kid, he witnessed a super speedster, Reverse Flash, kill his mom. But he says he doesn't want to go into that time travel thing just yet. He wants to keep it a little more streamlined. No time travel aspects.
Okay.
so I say
And so he said, well, but he could have a prejudice against metahumans because he says he witnessed Killer Croc kill his mom. And I'm like, I don't know, not a Batman bad guy.
What was wrong with? I mean, I would say that you can foreshadow Reverse Flash. That could just be a plot down the way. If anything, if you try to bring in that story plot, it's going to feel like just going to be a forgotten detail in a sequel. Kind of like, try to think of a good comparison. I mean, it's like what they did in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3 when you had to bring in the fact that Sandman was there when Uncle Ben was killed. But then we have to just go back to the original
We
plot.
like to forget about that, Neil Star.
Otherwise, the only thing that's in my mind is trying to pitch this story to somebody who is not familiar with the DC properties. Say, example, Warner Brothers.
You guys.
Okay, quick question. Why would he kill Titano?
because Titano's attacking the city, and there's nothing, and that's a kaiju. He's a kaiju at that point. So what? And he's rolling and destroying stuff. So it's just like Flash has to stop him somehow.
And you think to kill him?
I mean, he wouldn't be sentient. So at least my version wouldn't be sentient. Just to be a mindless killing machine at that point.
You should watch the episode with Titano in Superman the animated series.
I didn't know they had one. I didn't watch the episode.
Yeah, check that episode out.
Yeah, Superman the animated series. Check it out because Titano is actually really cool in that one.
I'm against animal killing. That's all.
Okay.
So check that episode out and see what you. If you ever want to do that again for next time we do this, I want to see what your creative mind can come up with Flash saving Titano.
Okay.
That would be interesting.
In his own way.
Yeah, in his own way. Because I'm thinking, I like the idea that at first he hated metahumans, but when he himself gains powers, he understands them more once he gets the powers himself. So
Exactly.
I do like that. I do like that once he gets the powers himself, it sounds like to me, these are powers. He didn't. It sounds like this was an accident by accident that he didn't plan on this happening.
Okay, another question. How tall you want him to be?
Titano.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to be a kaiju at the end, by the end of the movie, like a kaiju, like in what's that movie, Rampage with Gorilla?
Oh, that size? You want him
Yeah.
George size? Flash can take him.
Page.
Wait, maybe a little bit bigger than that. Maybe maybe around the size of size of the tallest sauropod.
You're stretching on that one. You talking about Ultrasaur?
No, and if you don't know what sauropod dinosaur is, the long neck dinosaurs. I want him to be big as
No,
that
no, no, no,
Patasaurus.
no. I just gave you one example. Ultrasaur.
I don't know what that is.
It's the tallest brachiosaur type. It's the one the Ultrazord was made out of from Power Rangers.
Patasaur is even bigger than that. At the back, even bigger than Brachiosaurus. Don't know.
Not brachiosaur, Ultrasaur.
Oh yeah, but
Ultrasaur just happens to look like brachiosaur.
Okay.
You a Jurassic Park fan and you can't tell me a single thing about a damn dinosaur.
I said
Apatosaurus.
Those Velociraptors.
That around that size, like that. That's even bigger than a Brachiosaurus.
No shit, but what I'm talking about it was bigger. Yeah, it's the biggest one until Ultrasaur was introduced.
Ultrasaur. Okay. That level of size. He's not as tall as Godzilla to stand above the buildings, but he's almost all. But at the same time, he's still big, really big.
Yeah. Not. Well, actually, no. Hang on.
What the?
This one is even bigger. It seems.
I'm only laughing because I'm Googling what an Ultrasaur is, and the first 10 images is just this one image between a Blizzard card, a Magic card, and a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
What the fuck?
Don't notice. Just Google Ultrasaur. You'll see my confusion.
I'm using Bing, dude.
What's wrong with you? That's Bill Gates.
Bing,
What?
bing.
Then again, I'm using Google. Is there any moral sense in that?
I use Yahoo.
I go to DuckDuckGo.
Yahoo!
By the way, I said Ultrasaurus or Ultrasaur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. There we go. Now I'm not going down this autistic rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest ones that probably rivals Apatosaurus.
Being that size, I think, yeah. I'd also like to see Flash save the animals. I mean, I was deeply
for the animals.
I also was very deeply offended when Joker, poisoned the fish in the Laughing Fish episode. I mean, those poor fish. I was so broken up when the animator stopped drawing the fish.
Anyways, y'all ready for me?
Yeah.
Yep. Please do.
Wait, did you rate me first?
Yes. We need to rate him first.
Right. Keep forgetting I'm hungry, guys. Forgive me.
I'm still hungry.
DC Project. It's an automatic fun, and especially the way how you pitched it. I'm very proud of you, buddy. For once, you actually show your flexibility too. So, good job on you, buddy. And I'm not exempt for the rules, so I'm going to time myself. It's gonna be fucking weird. Maybe you guys can do it for me.
Mm-hmm. Who
I'll be back. I gotta drink something. Oh.
Fizz, do you want to time him?
You funny. He just left. So who's gonna volunteer as tribute?
I hang on a second. Maybe I will. Hang on. Let me get out my stopwatch.
Oh, you have a legit stopwatch?
Yeah, I have a legit
I'm using my
stopwatch.
phone.
I have it on my phone too.
Legit stopwatch.
Kind of forget my metronome is also a timer.
So, are you ready? Just give me the countdown.
Give me a sec. Come on. Okay.
I'm timing you on my digital watch. So
Oh, okay. So you got him.
yeah,
You got him too on the digital watch.
Start?
All right. All right.
Yeah,
On
ready?
3. Yep.
3, 2, 1, start.
That's not 3.
We're going to do a Magic School Bus live action movie. It's going to star the kids as adults. In the story, they're going to be looking for Miss Frizzle, who has mysteriously went missing. However, the Magic School Bus takes life and follows Arnold, who is now a mechanic working on buses. All the other kids have taken occupations since then. Phoebe being a farmer, Keisha being a pro basketball player, Tim being a zookeeper, Wanda being a model, and Carlos a stand-up comedian. They band together to look for Miss Frizzle, who has left a few clues, but also guiding them is a friend, or should we say a distant relative to Frizzle, Edward Frazzle, twice removed cousin. All throughout the whole journey, they reminisce and they revisit locations from other episodes, past episodes, if you will. And the story continues. All right, that's it. I'm done.
1 minute, 15 seconds.
Woo!
Oh, he's got
All
1
right,
minute
I'm
and
already-
18.
This is
Right.
shut up and take my money. I
Yeah,
want to
I'm
see
back.
this.
I
Wait,
guess I
wait,
did.
wait. I take it back on one condition. Okay. Is it going to be animated or live action?
Live action, I said.
Excellent. All right. I'm already in.
Never
Because
seen
you
that.
could
back.
do.
Just reminded me of that Dora movie. I never watched it, but I'm actually told it's decent.
Well, what
It
I like
kinda
about
is.
this idea is that it seems like, if I'm recalling correctly, their times as kids was the fantasy cartoon era, but the adults are now like live action, trying to show that disconnect between the imagination of the past and what they are now in the future, right?
What are you talking
Exactly.
about?
Talking about the Magic School Bus. I'm doing a live action
Oh.
movie of the Magic School Bus.
Oh,
You know,
That's
surfing on the sound wave, swinging through the stars.
Take
exactly.
through your test, and because some of that might the Magic School.
Is
Can I also
Get
say-
a knuckle. Come on, the Magic School Bus. Spank a pankin or two. Take that. On the Magic School Bus. Rock the
just
river.
Wait, a
alive.
live action adaptation of the Magic School Bus?
Yes, but it will be taking place several years once the kids are now graduated college and taking on jobs of their own or careers.
And Ralphie's the
how would the Magic School Bus come into play?
I told you, it takes sentience.
Yeah, the
Oh.
Magic School Bus takes sentience, and what's interesting is that their teacher, Miss Frizzle, has gone missing, but has left them all little clues. And that's really good, too, because it could show really how, yeah, while the kids may have grown up, to
Forgot
not
about
lose.
Robbie. Robbie's gonna be a boxer.
I like this. So what rating were you thinking of this movie?
It's gonna be PG-13.
PG-13?
No swearing though.
Okay, no
I
swearing.
don't want the kids.
So-
I don't want the grown-up kids swearing.
I like this
But-
because this is clearly the theme that's a rediscovering of one's, imagination.
Is it like it's also gonna be like an adventure that has them tread over their older adventures, like popular book, like going inside Arnold? That'd be funny, actually.
Well,
Yeah.
that would actually be interesting because what could be funny or something like that is that all the kids could see, like when we're showing them all in their careers, each of them happens to notice a copy of a different Magic School Bus book title. And That could be something that's been they all see a Magic School Bus title and everybody is saying like, these are fun little stories. To everybody, these are stories, but to each of them, they were adventures.
Oh yeah,
What do you think of that?
I like that.
I'm still laughing at the idea of Arnold having to be perplexed that there's even a clue inside him.
Can I even? But here's another thing that's interesting. Do you want to play with this idea? And you don't have to. Do you want to say that the Magic School Bus was real, or that Mrs. Frizzle's class, it was straddling the line of you don't know if it was real or not? Where Miss Frizzle was always good reaching in. So it's full on real?
Yeah, like their
Okay.
adventures really did happen. The thing is that they were able to do it so discreetly that their parents before them have never seen things happen like that. It's always, remember, this has always been taking place after school. So when the school bus leave, it's usually around after school, and
Yeah.
usually the parents think that the kids are at the after school program in their classroom with Miss Frizzle, and usually when the parents come back, or at least usually the school bus leaves the school, at least in the mornings, they're going on a field trip anyways.
Yeah. I like that too. And the fact that Miss Frizzle was able to keep it all a secret from the school board was because, everybody just loved Mrs. Frizzle.
Yep.
It's
She was very well loved and well liked and well respected.
Yeah. So her going missing almost as if like the kids, I think it's also because that this was her first class. She had many other classes after, but she always remembered this class the most.
Yep.
She remembered this class the most because this was her first class.
And her last.
Answer. Yeah. Do you want
Next
that?
year
Or
we're a bunch of snitches.
But anyway, she's gone missing. That's interesting. So she's gone missing, and what if each of them gets a little clue, and that's how they all reconnect with each other, and they're all saying maybe we should all go looking for her. And those who actually agree on the mission, which could be cool, is that when they say, "All right, I'm in," suddenly the Magic School Bus appears at their door. It's arrived. And it's opening the door, telling them to come in. So they get into the bus. And what's really cool is you can see the Magic School Bus.
Have it talk.
No, you could see the Magic School Bus traveling all over the world. It's not, and it's flying. It's not teleporting or anything. It's driving, it's flying, and picking all of them up. No. I'm thinking are you thinking more like a Herbie type deal here, where doesn't talk or doesn't do any of that, but it just drives and moves around, and that's its personality?
And could also
or maybe have
this story.
Maybe have the iguana be the speaker of the
Lizzie
of the
be
bus.
dead.
How long what kind of lizard is it even?
She's an iguana. She's an iguana.
No, I will have the Magic School Bus use its power to make the iguana immortal and have it be talking as long as the bus is still alive, basically.
No way.
And then have a talking iguana be a speaker of the bus.
No. Also 12 to 15 years. I looked it up.
Oh yeah. No, not that. Just around the same time as a cat. But
Sad to think that chalk artist guys, the iguanas are gone now.
Passing of time has to be really a core factor of this movie, especially in the storytelling. Liz will be dead.
What about another iguana? They another lizard, and they have that lizard be a speaker for the bus, basically a server of the bus, and act just like a
We don't need no speaker of the damn bus. Why would you think that?
I thought it'd be cool. That's why. Well, just like a good version.
That's not cool.
Just be like a good. Just like a good version
between this notion. Those kids learned stuff. These kids learned. They have brains. They can be their own detectives.
No. I want to do a good version of Leviathan and Pinhead's relationship. Like a good version of that.
No.
I'll tell you this also. A good key to storytelling is allowing your characters agency.
and that's what I want to give him.
Mhm.
It'll be it'll be it'll be Arnold basically driving it because even though he always had the field trips, let's just say I don't know how you're gonna take this. He was the one with the most intimate towards Frizzle, so he'll be leading the charge. Whereas everybody would probably think that she's fine because usually she always pop up out of nowhere anyways,
And
you know,
the
surprising everybody.
it's a perfect
But,
catalyst.
hmm?
Saying, and Arnold is the catalyst of the story here.
Yeah, because like I said in the pitch, the school bus comes to him while he's working while he's working on a car or a bus.
I love little
Like
details
like
that.
yeah, like the fact that he becomes a mechanic later on in life. That's
Little
why
guy,
their jobs are very important to me because it'll be a core part of their character. At least what I got out of their character when I watched the show, because a lot of people try to say that the kids don't have no personality. Like bullshit. That's
look,
complete bullshit. That means you didn't watch the show, or let alone you didn't pay attention enough. They had personality. They had character.
yep. I always have the running gag whenever I'm working in a different kitchen that I am the Phoebe of the group, or I'm always talking about at my old job. It's been an experience working in restaurants. Lots of good. Yeah. Lots,
Yeah, yeah. It'd be Arnold and Carlos, Star was bringing up. Why not have one of the students be struggling in like a dead end job? That'd be Carlos and
I was gonna
Arnold.
say, what about a failed or trying comedian?
Well, no, that was the whole point of the Magic School Bus, and especially if this is going to be like more of a on the kid friendly. I know it's PG-13, but it's more of like as you were saying, Wolf, a kind of a light PG-13.
Hmm.
So each of them for that was the one magic that Miss Frizzle had, is that each of her students went off to a successful career.
Yeah, thanks to her. Thanks to their
Thanks to
experience.
her. Thanks to their experiences with her. And one of them decided to become a mechanic who exclusively mechanics school buses, because each and every one of them, instead of them being, depressed in their lives, each of them are really happy. And they are all remembering their time on the Magic School Bus, not as this stupid deconstruction era. They're not looking back at it and saying, oh, it was all a lie. We were not ready for this evil. No, they're looking back with happy memories. This was a happy moment for them.
Also, this emboldens my idea that there's a clue inside Arnold.
Or you can make that a running gag. They could say, you remember the time we all had to go inside Arnold? Oh my God, wait a minute. What if one of the clues is the secret lies with Arnold? And they're saying, it's inside me.
It's like the one adventure he missed.
It's inside me, isn't it?
Inside him.
It's inside me, isn't it? It's inside me.
No, it's not like you, Super. Do you know it?
I'm just glad that you guys are having fun with this right now. Because I did hold this pitch as a secret. You guys were telling me your pitch is all up in the MeWe chat, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep mine a secret because I'm pretty sure. Like I had a really good feeling that you guys were gonna geek the fuck out when I.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I thought the idea was to make it all secret.
I like Magic School Bus. Don't get me wrong, but at first when you said it was going to be like live action, but then even when they're older, I was kind of iffy on it.
Well, you gotta trust me on this one. I'm not gonna just make them old for the sake of old, like Phoebe's gonna be a stripper or whatever. Fuck that shit. No.
No,
Not
going down that horrific deconstruction. That
he said light PG-13.
Yeah, he said a light PG-13. And the only reason, no,
you can do a hard PG.
You can do a hard PG. You can push the envelope a little bit, but yeah, but
I'm not going that far. But what I'm saying is, like that's open. That's open to what we can do with that. Hell, for all we know, it's gonna be a G anyways. They'll rate it as a G.
Well, and that's pretty good because and that would work too. So yeah, each of the kids has gone off to their successful careers and they're actually really happy in their life. And then they find out Miss Frizzle's missing, and that's something that brings them all together. I mean, while they're looking back at that part of their life with fondness, it shows that the kids had unfortunately drifted apart. But Mrs. Frizzle's disappearance, that's her lesson though, is that yeah, while you were all feeling like you drifted apart, you could pick up a phone. They're just a phone call away. They're not gone forever.
Gone, not forgotten.
Gone and not forgotten. Just pick up, yeah. Oh my gosh, and I can totally picture Miss Frizzle getting on the magic school bus and disappearing again, but this time the kids are willing to let her go.
Actually, what I plan to do with her is that she picks a successor.
Oh. Oh, that would be
not in a
interesting.
stupid way, and not in a stupid way like a Netflix show.
Yeah.
No.
And she picks Arnold. And it ends with his kids boarding the school bus along with other kids, and he says, "Seatbelts, everybody!" And you have this one kid saying, "Please let this be a normal field trip." With the R, no way. And then you cut to the credits, cruising down on Main Street.
Oh, that would be amazing. He's driving the car and he's like saying, "So what next, Arnold?" And Arnold just goes, "Well, what do you think?" And he just he just turns on the radio and that's what's playing.
No.
And he just starts driving. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be too cheesy. That there's a fucking theme song to Magic School Bus playing.
No, it just plays out.
Yeah, it just plays out during the credits, and you just
memorable like concept, but yeah, that's our meta.
That's
For whatever
right.
reason, I keep getting the ending of the first Back to the Future movie. Doc, you gotta back up. We don't have enough roads to get up to 88. Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Yep.
Ah, beautiful. Now that is paying homage to the Magic School Bus.
And that's all it was. It's a homage to a show that we all loved and liked and learned from a lot.
That made learning fun.
So a lot of the aspects of the trips, the field trips that they're going to, is an aspect to their field. I'm really not thinking that far ahead when it comes to Wanda's career, which is modeling. So we may have to. They'll probably have to visit a taxiderm site.
Well, what if that's funny. So it's modeling? Well, if it's modeling, what if it's more than just glitz and glamour? They talk about cameras and how a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Oh, yeah.
A picture is a memory.
Or rather, she probably would be a photographer instead of a model.
Yeah.
Probably Dominic. I don't know. No, we can just add you. Wait, no, just type your name in and just sign in. Just sign in your account. Just get in there, dude. It's that guest thing that they're trying to do.
Inside Arnold is the keys to the Magic School Bus. Yeah.
The secret is inside Arnold.
I like to think every character has their own optimistic ending, but it's Arnold himself who is the successor.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. And it's not because I want him to be male. It's because if I find it more fitting that it be Arnold be the one that drives the school bus.
Well,
Like,
it's also because Arnold is kind of the most I don't want to say the most likable character, but he was the one who kind of went through the most.
Mm-hmm. And he was always a straight man, but what I'm saying is him being there, and he has a bobblehead iguana on the dashboard.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll work.
He looks at it fondly, smiles, and he looks back. Seatbelts, everybody!
There's also poetry to the fact that he's a curly redheaded kid as well.
Just
Isn't
like
Miss Frizzle a redhead?
Yeah, she's a redhead.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
And I'm pretty sure they're Jewish too. Girl, since last week I've been thinking about this pitch. Since last week,
Yeah, I've been thinking. Okay, I think we got a winner here. I think if any one of these were a production order, I think Wolf 10 would definitely be going first.
And
I
he
wanna
was the judge.
And he was the judge, son of a gun. And that's not just because no, it's not because it really is. Wolf really did save the best for last right here because, I mean, come on. We were talking about Magic School Bus, and I'm like, yes. Oh, my God.
Probably the
And
movie
the
that
thing
everybody needs right now.
The thing is, I wasn't thinking that hard on what my pitch was going to be. I was like, you know, nobody's ever thought about a live action Magic School Bus. So let me think of a Magic School Bus and one I will write and how I know the fans will like it. And I do that say that with big caps. I said this is for the fans. Okay? The
We're talking
fans.
the 1990s Magic School Bus,
Mm-hmm.
not whatever crap is out now.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah, the
taking place in the
horrible.
modern age with cell phones and all that stuff. But what I'm saying is, it's going to be written by a boomer.
Yeah,
Nah.
not the horrible Netflix badly animated Magic School Bus with
Flash
Miss
animation, yeah.
Miss Jizzle. That's what's her name?
Frizzle.
Drizzle.
No, the new Drizzle. Drizzle.
Oh, God. And you see, and that's even not even, oh,
She
my
don't
God, I didn't
exist.
know that. And that's
She-
why I'm not watching it.
Well, here's the thing, though. Oh no, there's Valerie, and then there's Fiona Frizzle.
I just
Yeah.
tried to go down the rabbit hole of finding who had the rights to the Magic School Bus, and just found the guy who wrote the theme song for it died in 2020.
That would be Little Richard.
Yep, Little
Oh.
Richard.
You poor bastard.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
But I'm trying to see
So
who
wait,
has
who owns it now?
Oh shit.
Oh,
June
shit.
20. Okay, this is Wikipedia, so suspect of my accuracy here. But it says here on June 25th, 2020, it was reported that Universal Pictures and Scholastic Entertainment are developing a live-action animated hybrid film with Elizabeth Banks starring as Miss Frizzle Banks. Miss Frizzle. Banks will also be serving as a producer through her company, Brownstone Productions, alongside Mark Platt Productions.
And that
Brownstone.
And suck all the joy out.
Sorry.
And that, children, is why hope is just a myth.
Also, no offense to the name, but what is a brownstone other than a fossilized turd?
What is Elizabeth Banks than a fossilized turd?
I'm not trying to be
Elizabeth
that.
Banks
I'm not trying to
gonna
be that pessimistic. I'm just saying brownstone sounds like that.
Mm,
She did the 2019 Charlie's Angels.
yep. She
Okay.
directed that.
Pitch Perfect. Pitch Perfect 2.
She was also in the Spider-Man trilogy.
She was?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
She was the chick that he talked to before going to meet J. Jonah Jameson.
What's her
short
name?
hair.
Oh,
Betty Rant.
Yeah, Betty Brant.
I did not know
I
that was
recognize
her. I just been watching the first
Yep.
Spider-Man movie though.
You want to know why it was so great? Because she knew when to stay unnoticed.
Okay, let me retool real quick because I just looked up all their bios.
She was in Power Rangers, the 2017 one.
Yeah,
she
she
was
played Rita, and she
She
played
Yeah.
very well.
Okay.
Elizabeth Banks is very evil, hence why she fit into the role perfectly.
Oh yeah, she felt like
I'm
a
kind of
glove.
outside that drama, so after
No.
Arnold
conversation.
is Jewish. I got that right. He is
Wow.
Jewish. Nice.
I'm
So
gonna
he'll be a
say
mechanic. Could also be a
is-
stand-up comedian. Dorothy, she's actually I'm gonna make her a teacher. Dorothy Ann's a teacher.
I would incline to say it'd be fun to see your ideas still get pitched through, but if there's somebody tells me this, when it comes to film and movie making, your production is like the road trip. If you have to turn the bus around and lose all that money, you're not going to go back on another trip.
All right.
So they're probably
She'll
going to
be
be
a
gung ho.
dancer. Phoebe will be she'll be a zoologist. I'm still make Rafi a boxer or at least a basketball player. And Tim, he's gonna be the artist, the struggling artist.
Nice.
Kidding. We've been frizzled.
No.
And Wanda's gonna definitely be doing some sports too. She's a tomboy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also laughing at the idea that when Carlos is at a club, everybody just groans at him at a joke and they all shout, "Carlos!"
Right.
It's like the moment.
It'd be like Seinfeld on that front.
I think it's like the moment that snaps him back. Whether it's like haha, but
Mhm.
otherwise like, oh.
Yeah. Then there's here's where I'll end on the trailer. Come on, you Weasley wimps!
And they
That's
actually would say, Weasley wimps, grow up.
Yeah, that'd be Tim that'll say that. Oh, what about your other line? We've been frizzled.
Oh my gosh. And you know what? He's been saying that throughout the whole movie, and somebody's just telling him, please stop. Please, no more of these puns.
Usually I'm the one with the puns. Carlos. Don't start.
I was trying to read if anybody could tell me what the person. I forgot her name already. After show questions.
Actually, yeah. Well, we're in the 2 hour mark. Might as well just start taking some comments. Sorry. Sarlos's pitch, as I probably highlighted earlier, she said it'd be nice to have a model. Don't do the SJW figure. Make her just a photographer. Yeah. I was thinking photographer.
Photographer who has to deal with people who are less effortful or something.
Yeah.
There's got to be a sense of.
Oh yeah, Arnold sure did have curly red hair like Miss Frizzle. Yeah, that would be. That's what I'm saying. Like that'll make the circle complete.
The circle is now complete.
And I am the teacher. Hey, Louise.
Hello. All right. So,
We're
how
talking
many
about
minutes do we get?
You get
About 5.
5.
Yeah, about
I'm
5.
not trying to set the world record on this one.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh my
did
god, I'm
30.
trying to psych myself up.
Eloise, don't panic. If there's one thing you could take away from this, it's that we're already on your side. We're here listening to you.
Okay. The 5 minutes thing is just there to see how long you can at least go. But wherever you stop at, you just stop
Oh
at.
my
It's not a
god.
competition.
To keep me
Whatever.
from.
My heart is racing.
You're the only one that's nervous.
I have to admit,
What
before
happened?
I was nervous, so again, I'm fierce.
index cards. I had to write everything on an index card just to make sure I got
See,
it.
I don't have index cards. I just came up with something on the spot and it's just clicking.
That was better than what I did.
Let
Alright.
Eloise go pitch now. Okay, I'm gonna give you a count of 3, and I'm gonna tell you go. You ready?
All right.
Go ahead, shake it up if you need to.
And count it right this time, please.
Shit.
Just laughing.
Here, here's
Just
the pep
laughing.
talk right there. Dredd said, "Do you think that caused Grill to be Mancia? I hope not."
No.
Alright. Alright, I can do this.
Is that the
Alright.
guy who Joe Rogan chewed out, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so let me know when to start.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Alright. A voice tethered through time. It doesn't know why it's there anymore. It's just tethered there. And eventually, it finds its way back to Earth. And the only one who can hear is a little girl stuck living in 1300s England. during a time period where the 100-Year War begins.
Okay.
Hold up.
Tell me.
I got more.
Okay. Sorry.
All
Well, I
right.
stopped. I already stopped. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you your time, which is 49 seconds.
All right.
A second to you can talk more though. You can still say
All right.
more, but
All right.
what's the name of the project, by the way?
I haven't come up with that yet. I'm just calling
Okay,
it the project for now as a placeholder.
working title.
Damn. I had okay. I can't find the words anymore.
You're tired. We'll cut you some slack.
Oh, wow. She sounds wow. Wow. What? I'll give what's up with Eloise.
The story. What idea is it?
What happened? Oh,
Like,
the
it's
idea.
your story. What's your
All
idea?
right. Damn.
So it takes place in a 100-year war. Is there magic in it?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you explain the magic? Like, can you give us a really brief explanation of the magic? You don't have to go into techniques and construction, all that stuff. Just give us a brief magic system, or at least a working
Alright.
magic system.
The magi that live in hiding think themselves superior to those who don't possess magic. They think that they have souls and those around them who don't lack it. And while the 100-Year War rages on, they use the opportunity to settle the score with other magi families. And all throughout this, innocent lives get dragged into it unknowingly. And among them is the little girl with the voice who accompanies her. She didn't choose the gift that she was born with. And the voice is there keeping her connected to her roots.
Somebody wants to weigh in?
Okay, I like this a lot. The magic system that you've set up in place is really good. But I am a little confused about, okay, so the Magi believe that they're superior, but they're in hiding.
Yeah, that's the contradiction. It's because the magic that they use is reliant on sacrifice and blood. And if they get noticed by the people around them, then they're afraid of like persecution. Because there's more non-magical people than magical people.
I see. So they are trying to. Okay, I see. And they were exiled from the. So they were exiled, and now they're getting their revenge on waging war.
They're waging war against each other, more for like dominance in an opportunity that has presented itself with the nobility distracted with the 100-Year War.
Okay, I gotta jump in now. So, is this going to be a movie, a book, or a TV show?
A book.
Okay, a book. All right, I'll direct you to my publisher then, Redneck.
Is this story about Joan of Arc by chance?
Nope.
Because you're talking about the 100-Year War, a little girl and stuff of supernatural elements. I mean, you know what happened to Joan of Arc, no?
Yes.
I was gonna say your story's pretty much falling in line with that. Just the idea that there's actually a story of Joan of Arc with actual magical elements, kind of like the tale of King Arthur. Is he real? Was it destined by some magical fate, was it God who bestowed him to the throne of Camelot? Like, there's a lot of crazy stuff like that gets interpreted.
Is there a protagonist?
Yeah,
Sure.
it's yeah, it's the little girl and the voice.
Little girl and the boys. Is she just called girl or little girl? You don't have
Um,
a name for it yet?
yeah, I'm still working on it, but I think I'm gonna go with Alice.
All right, that's a working name. Okay.
And like the
Red.
story just follows her like growing up and like the story follows them, and the girl grows up and slowly realizes that she needs to reconnect with her roots because the people around her, even though they have these gifts and abilities, they seem to have lost their humanity because of the ire they hold onto like the majority of the population.
And she is a witch, right?
What? Hello?
The girl of Magi?
Yeah. She has abilities, but over time she grows to dislike her powers and she wants to find a new source rather than it being sacrifice, it being
I like that.
sacrifice of others, instead it's sacrifice of oneself.
I see. So she is seeing what the Magi are doing. And what if are you opposed to several ideas being reworked or changed a bit?
No, I'm not opposed to it.
Cool.
What if Magi's who are, conducting sacrifices to get power can also take other Magi's power for themselves?
Yeah, I was
So
thinking about that as well.
this would lead to something like that, but this is what causes her to resent her powers because in order to maintain her power, so she tries to at first use her powers for good, but realizes that when the magic runs out, she has to do something terrible in order to get more power.
Hey, Dominic.
Hey, good evening, Wolf. Everybody.
Hey, Dominic.
Not done with Eloise just yet.
I don't know. I'm just I'm interested in hearing more about this.
Okay.
What was Schooner? What were you
Continue,
saying?
Scooter. What you're saying?
Well, that was just my idea. She was using her magic to help people, but eventually she comes to resent her magic because of the terrible things she must do. And therefore, she's on a quest to, and then the little voice in her head is telling her there is another source of magic that you can do. And she can be unique because she discovers a way to tap into magic without having to resort to any of the barbarism.
Yeah.
And now she's on a quest to try to unite her people. But again, you're running into, again, this clashes with the traditional Magi because they're basically saying that this is how it's worked for years.
Yeah.
Eloise, Star
That's
has two questions for you.
She's English.
So is is the basis of all magic blood sacrifice, or in other words, blood magic? I was thinking the same. I was actually thinking that like, is it blood magic?
Well, the basis of magic itself, it comes from the soul. But the Magi have taken to using blood as it's the quickest way to find a source.
Okay. So you got a war between blood magic and I'm gonna grab grab straws on this one. Fey magic, maybe.
It could have links to Fey magic.
Possibly. I haven't thought of it yet.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I was thinking more of like.
Go ahead.
Like song.
Song.
Like turning to one's turning to one's really tapping in more into the soul rather than trying to go the alternative,
Rather than
because the
tapping into
whole
the flesh.
yeah, to
Repeat
tap
that.
into
You know what? That would be interesting. What if back in the ancient times they
Pause.
used? Oh,
What did Fizz say?
Tapping into the soul rather than tapping into the flesh.
yeah.
Okay. Continue,
yeah,
Schooner.
yeah. And what if back in the past the witches or the magi once knew how to tap magic from the soul, but due to what would eventually lead to this due to this blood magic, people forgot about that, and she rediscovers it. So she's rediscovering the past and showing the
Yeah.
true path of the past, and rather not this disturbing, grotesque, abnormal that's corrupted her people.
Yeah.
So basically, I like this. It's basically searching the past to find the truth.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I would throw money at it anyways.
Well, you certainly have me sold on this series.
Even though you're working, we're pretty much working with a few materials here. We can build that up with the money funded to you. You could be able to have more time to construct it, create a script, and get the script ready and have a publisher ready for it to get published. But yeah, this is a unique idea that you come up with, Eloise. So I definitely would be
Good job,
funding it.
Eloise. Woohoo! You did it.
Even though you
Yeah.
fumbled around in your pitch, being me, I would give you a chance because I'm using the eye for potential.
I could offer you a chance, only a chance.
hmm Basically, that whole scenario. Because really, obviously, if this was any other company, which we wouldn't know what their stance will be, you would have to really take time to get that stuff ready, of course. But you being straddled with so much stuff to do and priorities, that's obviously gonna be a stumbling block for you here and there. But you work through things anyway, so I got good faith in you getting some things done, Eloise.
Yeah.
William Silva has a comment pitch. I did okay for the I did okay for the chat to give us their pitches. So I would love to see that in the future when next
Never
we do this
finished
again.
mine.
Shut up. And then
No, that's not what I meant. Never got to say what I had my thoughts on Eloise's story, but guess time
Say
for
it. I want to hear what you guys think.
go
I
ahead, Ray.
really
the
think.
longest synopsis. Who's talking? What I was going to say is I've already wrote this in the little back chat here, is how often I would say in the worst case scenario you can have is a producer who takes your idea and tries to make it someone else's idea. Like the best case scenario of that is like what happened to Joker, where they pitched the original idea, but they decided to adapt it to the iconic character of Joker with the 2 and 2 together of the rise of a serial killer to that of the deranged clown from Batman. While the worst of the worst example is what happened to the guy who was making the movie Kingdom of the Sun, or what we end up knowing as Emperor's New Groove. So I'm trying to sit here and not be that evil producer, but at the same time, I'm imagining myself in the situation where I am exactly that producer. So regarding the 100-Year War, you don't know about Joan of Arc?
I do know of Joan of Arc, but Joan of Arc is fighting a war in France, and this takes place in England.
Uh-huh. All right. Just sitting here like I am that evil producer there who's like, I want to take your idea and make it something else. Because at the same time,
Make it something easier and cheaper, probably.
It probably does, but at the same time, I love the story of Joan of Arc. So I was like, oh, this would be so cool. But it's like, now it's not Joan of Arc. I'm like, damn. That would have gotten my attention.
So before we get to Dominic, real quick, Dominic, do you have a pitch, actually?
Do I have a pitch?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay, we're gonna get into you real quick, but I want to see these pitches that the chat has, and we'll start with William Silver real quick. Okay, here's my pitch. Hey, you know Harry Potter? Yeah, I don't know either. I'm not a virgin, but you know what's cool? Magic. So my idea is Harry Potter meets Animal House, a class of Nukem High.
I don't know what that is.
I fucking fun that shit.
I completely approve.
As much as I love the Harry Potter books and the movies, yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm not sold on that.
Wait,
Oh,
so
I-
can someone explain it? Because I don't
To
understand.
me, it sounds like the only plays jokes about when they're in Harry Potter world. What was it? Dickus Lapis, and it's like trying to find a spell to get their figures up.
Hey, Trooper.
Or the darker subject, polyjuice potion used so people could. Do I have to say it?
Humble Mari says, my pitch is people learn the price of power through the destruction of a coin-operated robot army.
What?
So
That
you
that
basically,
So
actually
like the
sounds
robots are now like
interesting.
toys now,
Yeah.
yeah, you put a coin
like giant
in it,
toy
and
robots.
I'm also thinking of the Jewish golem at the same time when hearing that story. The idea that you
Oh,
could create
yeah.
something and ask it for revenge.
oh yeah,
He
Harry
said
Potter
that.
House idea, I love it more than anything in the world because we can just see magic witches and wizards just using their total in like inappropriate ways.
and worshiping the nuclear bomb like the children of Adam.
It sounds like a parody. Harry
Yeah.
Potter meets Animal House. Sounds like a parody.
Everybody
I
gonna
mean,
put
that's
that
what
up?
it sounds like.
You know what? That could be awesome though. Harry Potter in this universe is not some good old like he's the rebel with a heart of gold though in this story.
Sounds like
He
a
doesn't
spoof from one of those like what is it, a scary movie, epic movie.
Yeah, he'll be Kenshiro. Ah, Leviosa.
Yeah, that could be probably. But quite possibly, I was actually thinking more like a Police Academy vibe, just with a magic Harry Potter twist.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. Harry, wizards wannabes, but they're the rejects. They're the bottom of the barrel. They're the ones that couldn't get in.
We didn't lose Eloise. She was here. She just can't talk right now because telenovela just popped in, I guess.
Yeah, sorry to enjoy you on the Kenshiro reference. I'm like, oh, I love Golden Boy.
Anyways,
from Fist and North Star.
yeah. So let's go with Dominic Powell, the Hound of the South, and that was the Bear of the North earlier. But yeah, Hound of the South again. Dominic, 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all, should be all you need to, or at least you can tell that in less with the 5 minutes. But you can go as far as you can, and if you want to stop, you can stop, and we'll just dig into it, right? So I'll give you the count of 3 until you go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. In the precipice of the Vietnam War, the passing of a comet in the summer of 1967 gave rise to a new generation of superhumans. In the year 1969, 7 of these unique individuals from different parts of the world become targets of interest for a sinister cult, but are then approached by 5 strangers led by Cisco Cars, who lead them to a secret fantastical world where they'll be trained to take on this looming threat.
Continue.
Oh no, that's where I stopped.
I should have stopped in. Technically, you stopped at 32, so you beat Red. But I'm a jackass, so it's 40.
Oh, wait.
Technically,
Is there more?
you beat Red. But I'm putting it as 40 because that's what it says. I'm being truthful. It's what it says on my phone before we stopped. Because if the moment you stop talking, I should have pushed stop, and it was going to stop at 32. So technically, you did beat Red, but we were waiting for you to say if you were done or not, or we were, you know. So
Yeah,
sorry, Dom.
I'm done. It's okay.
So yeah, technically, Dom's the winner. By technicality, he is the winner.
Oh, oh wow. This is a sudden turn of events.
Not really a competition, but if it was, you are the winner.
When speed was the only thing my pitch got.
Yep. Yeah, he was the highest at 37. You beat him at 32.
I mean, you did say our maximum is 5 minutes, but we can do less than that.
Damn, I just gave you a challenge and you met it. Nice.
I just said in mine.
Excuse me, I gotta take off my phone, but lose power. I'll probably be
All
back
right.
though.
All right.
All right, bye, Finn.
So Welp, what is the name of this story?
It is called the Black Rose Saga, Part 1, and it's part of a 7-book series.
7-book series. Jesus Christ, dude.
He's got a lot to tell.
Keep going.
Alright, so the funny story about how the Black Rose Saga came to be is it started from a regular fiction writing exercise from one of my college courses, and and the moment I did that from a exercise on point of view, the more I go back to this idea and I decided, well, why the heck not? Well, let's see where this concept goes. So the more I work on this, the more the story and the characters are starting to turn out as they are at the moment. And as for going as for like really getting to know the material that I'm working with, what I thought of series that I grew up with or know for some time, from Astro City to Heroes. So I decided to take this concept and turn it into a 7-book series after outlining it. But instead of it being like Heroes, which was a not really dark, but a realistic take on superheroes. Heroes, I'm going on the route of City, where it's not only a reconstruction of the superhero genre, but it's a loving homage and celebration of the genre of all its glory. But the caveat is I'm mixing Astral City with Highlander, so there is a secret world of immortals, as well as other mystical and superhumans that exist in this universe, because this is set in an alternate history, right, with the Vietnam War acting as the point of
Can I
divergence.
stop you real quick with a question? What genre is this?
The genre is. Oh, sorry, hold on. All right. I have to double check something real quick. But anyway, the genre is fantasy.
Hmm. So fantasy, immortals, inner city, secret society. Got a lot of action to it too.
Oh, of course, of course.
Awesome. Who's your
So,
protagonist?
the lead protagonist is Cisco Cars, who is not only one of the immortals, but is also a retired member of the Black Rose. However, he is dragged back into the society once he uncovers a conspiracy ring that is hosted by the cult, called it after.
Final. Feel free. feel,
It,
feel free to share whatever conversation you have in there by yourself. Final. I don't think you realize that your thing is not muted.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was muted.
Want
Sorry,
me to do it
my
for
mistake.
you?
You were
I mean, I
not
can
Bio
being
do
has
it.
muted.
demons.
Sorry, I was thinking on still writing my story. Sorry.
Have at it, dude. You're good. Continue, Dominic.
All right. As I was saying, the lead protagonist of the Black Rose Saga 1 is Cisco Cars. Not only an immortal, but he's also a former member of the Black Rose. But however, on his day job he is a doctor. He's a doctor in Dotson Medical Center, which which is a which the name itself, which as a side tangent, it is a reference to the comic book artists and colorist team, the Dotsons respectively. But but at night he is a superhero. He's a superhero who goes around Los Angeles saving lives and protecting people. So by the
Hmm.
time So in the first chapter, he is approached by an old friend of his named Caleb Longshadow, who needs his help in finding some missing people, and he takes him to the station as about his discovery. But the reason a cover story is taking Cisco out on a ride along.
Nice.
So in the first chapter, Caleb and Cisco are interviewing like one of the people who was going to be kidnapped by one of the cult members, but actually rescued by two mysterious heroes.
We can stop it right here. We're gonna get close to wrapping up. But
Oh, okay.
I have to say right now, Dominic, I would definitely throw money at your ass.
Oh, thank you.
It's a very interesting concept that I want to explore more.
Trust me, there is a lot more to it than what I have to share. There are about but in the first book of the Black Rose Saga, it's
I
gonna.
said stop, motherfucker.
I'm just saying there's more to it than that, and
Well,
we'll
here's the thing.
discuss it more behind chat.
Right. So definitely, I love the way how this whole thing turned out. It turned out way better than the previous Fantasy Studio Office and and the original elevator pitch. Now that was the easy part, guys.
Yeah.
When next time we meet, we're gonna have Trooper FN 2525 on here, and
Uh,
he's yeah. Schooner knows. He ain't none to laugh about. So just letting you guys know that. But yeah, like many of us, we dealt with Trooper a few times here and there. Trooper ain't a bad person, trust me.
no,
Trooper
Trooper
is always
just knows his stuff. He knows his stuff.
he knows the business end of just about anything or
Mhm.
just about anything that he's had experiencing. So really really love everybody's pitches. Really love what you guys did, especially Eloise, who even though she struggled, she managed to get her point across at least. So so A for effort for all of you guys, especially you, Leia, too. Wowing us with that Superman idea.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. And same to everybody else. Everybody else came to the table with some great stuff.
We had like what 3 DC type stories.
Seems
Two.
like Seems like we this
It
group
was
right here is more smarter than the writers at DC right now.
Who was the third?
Huh?
Who was the
Was
third?
there- Yeah, that's probably two.
it was two because we had Fizz who had Flash and Leia who had
Superman.
Superman.
Yeah, Fizz. I was shocked that she struggled more. I was like, No diss on you, dude. I have expected you to struggle, but you actually nailed it. Then again, like I said, Eloise had things to do, so I guess most of us don't really have time. Didn't have that much time, right? I did kind of spring this on you guys at least a bit.
No, I think it was more of that learning on the fly thing that really helped us.
That's usually helped me so many times learning on the fly.
Yeah, learning on the fly, putting something together really quick, and then presenting it, and you only got this amount of time to do it. It's like I said, when you're pitching, you got to be ready and willing to throw out your idea. And you only get this one opportunity.
Well, most of the time you get time to prepare it. So if they give you, okay, on this date, you're going to pitch it, normally you would have time to get, like Schooner said, you'll have everything ready to give the best presentation that you can do. So I'm sure they'll give you time to put it together. So if we really, not to say these weren't bad, but let's say we were given, well, we really like this. We want to hear it again on such and such a date on May 30th. Then, by May 30th, you practice. I think it's a good idea to practice your pitch, practice in front of someone, record yourself if you want to, record yourself, listen to yourself, show it to some other people if you can, and take the constructive criticism and really give it your gusto.
Right.
And have fun with it. Don't sweat it too hard. Have fun with it.
And guys, if you guys really need to look up better ways of how to pitch, it's on the freaking internet. It's on YouTube. You make somebody's style of pitching might work for you. Somebody else's style of pitching might work for you. But at the end of the day, you can look for it. You know what I'm saying? You can look for it anywhere.
Just remember, folks, practice makes perfect, and if you stumble, that's perfectly fine.
Why are you so far away?
No, I'm. Damn it.
Do we have to reach for the screen and pull you out?
Don't blame me. It's the headphones.
Right.
I understand.
I just like to play a joke on you, man. It's
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
It ain't nothing but love. That I joke because I love you, buddy. So, how should I cap this thing off real quick? I think I got it.
Oh
no.
Hey!
What a wonderful time today.
Yeah, welcome.
I'm gonna tell what it is.
That's Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think though my favorite part is we're men in tights. We're not of wussies. No, la 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 la.
Oh goodness!
Yeah.
You got.
Just lay it on real thick, don't you guys?
Oh yeah. I mean, we're basically the Ginyu Force at this point.
Oh, I'm down.
I got butter.
I am Raccoon if I'm doom, and you'll be hurting all too soon.
Butter! Captain Ginyu.
Okay.
I'm already butter. I'm the fastest in the universe.
Well, if we're the Ginyu troop, then I say we're the Monty Python. We're the Monty Python troop. Come on, we're a motley group of misfits.
This is like the time I decided amongst my stage friends which of us were the Muppets. They call me Fozzie Bear.
Waka waka waka.
Waka waka. Hey,
Kermit the Frog. Oh my goodness, Kermit! You're so slimy and thick.
And another dumb tangent. I scared the crap out of a coworker because he was doing Kermit the Frog, and he's like, "Hi, hey everybody, how y'all doing?" He's like, "Hey, how are you?" And I turn around, and go, "Oh, Kermit, is it really you?" He goes, "No."
Hey, if your coworker is doing a Kermit impression, it makes sense for you to do the voice of Miss Piggy.
It's just the fact that he just did the Kermit voice, going no, like just to kind of get away from them.
Why do I hang out with these guys?
We're men in tights. We roam around the forest looking for fights. We're men.
Manly
We're men
fights.
in tights.
We're men.
Get to the forest. That's right. We may look like sissies, but watch what you say, or else we'll pull out your lights. We're men. We're men in tights. Always on going defending the people's rights. La 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 la.
I was curious about the Monty Python part. Which one of us would be which part of the Monty Python crew?
Well, I call Eric Idle.
I'll be
There's John Cleese. There's John Cleese, and
I call Eric Idle.
Who would be Graf Chapman?
Oh boy.
Was that
Wolf
you
would be
read
Terry
now?
Gilliam because he's the producer.
Yeah. Well, Terry Gilliam is the
men. We're men in tights. Yes. We roam around the forest looking for the fights. I can't say that part right. We're men in tights. We run from the ridge and get to the port. That's right. We may look like pansies, but don't give us a score or else we'll pull out your lights. We're men. We're men in tights. Tights. Always on guard defending the people's rights. When you're in a fix, just call for the men in tights. We're Butch. I know I butchered that song.
No, you did a good job. Well, if I had to pick a Muppet, I'd be the one in the band. Is Janice her name in the band that you won?
Janice?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that goes.
She talks like teenage. I remember her.
Yeah. Oh, well, guys. I love being in the band.
You know, I sadly don't remember anyone else except Dr. Teeth and
Yes.
the Electric
Yeah.
Boogaloo chain.
Yeah.
Prince John the sheriff that was running the show, raising the taxes because they needed the dough. A rain of terror looked over the land. They were shaking down the people just to beat the band. I said,
we got
hey.
him rolling.
I said, hey.
Hey.
I said, hey, nah, and a ho, ho, ho. Dun, 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 dun. The people were unhappy. Morale was low. They had no place to turn to. There was no place to go. They needed a hero, but no one could be found because Robin Hood was out of town. I said, hey.
Hey.
I said, hey.
Hey.
I said, hey, nah, and a ho, ho, ho. He was put in the slammer by his arrow foe. In a little while, he wouldn't be no more. I said, hey.
Hey.
I said, hey.
Hey.
I say, hey, nah, hey, nah, hey, nah, hey, nah, and a whoa, check it out. That's an easy rap to listen to, to learn. Anyways, guys, yeah, it definitely is. I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Those 10 of you and those 9 existing motherfuckers that kept popping in and out. Do submit any type of pictures that we could read back to you guys in the next elevator pitch / fantasy studio office, or you can say in the comments what we could talk about in a fantasy studio office about the most ridiculous shit we could talk about in terms of building up a franchise or in terms of making some movies happening, you know, because that's the whole idea of fantasy studio office. We role play the studio and we role play the office where you go to elevator pitch with elevator pitch. So I merge these two together instead of just making them to two separate ones. So I have to thank our previous co-hosts that have been here for a good minute. The Bear of the North, Eloise Dotto, and the Georgia Pit Bull, Fish Chozo. Well, you might as well say it, motherfucker, since you're here.
Oh.
Bye-bye, everybody. Nigga, say bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye. So I didn't know I was supposed to speak.
Good, Pitbull.
You Motherfucker. Anyways, like think. Well, since you open your damn mouth, the Deseret Bull.
The guy,
Redneck.
the I lost my closer.
Oh,
I worked it all
goodness.
off, and then I just like, oh, perfect moment to rip Fizz.
Ooh. Oh, compensating there sound like a fart over there.
The
I'll
fart.
just say mew.
Not you.
I'm ozoned.
You're always ozone, dude. The schooner tuna.
Coming at you live from a secret government facility buried deep underground, but has excellent Wi-Fi. This is Schooner Tuna. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you liked this video, please leave a recommendation in the comment. If you have an elevator pitch or want to share one of your ideas, don't hesitate. And until then, this is Schooner Tuna signing off. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Bloop bloop bloop. Man, why you ain't got bitches all over your scales with that silky voice of yours?
They have to find
mean-
the ground.
I'm sure he has mermaids that.
I mean, how many
can-
years since Shape of Water came out? They should be all over you.
Oh.
No. I'm sorry, but the surface world's women will be nothing compared to the mermaids of the deep ocean.
I kind of
Speaking
thought
of which,
so.
I got questions.
I mean, everywhere you should be going, you should be hearing. La, 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 la,
Oh, good Lord.
at least be my man. Part of your world, all that bullshit.
You don't interrupt the sing it to you of Wolf singing Disney.
Tuna is underground with good, excellent Wi-Fi, walking around in the what you call it, sunlight.
I live in a basement now. Glass, U.S. government funded. Swimming around in this, what they call it, tank. Down here below, it's where I will go, and I will stay down here till the end of the show. I am the Nub Schooner Tuna.
See, this is why we should go on a road trip. Take our comedy to a road trip. Anyways, the Way of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Well, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. And make sure you ring that notification bell. That way you get notified of our latest videos. Go subscribe to Wolf10 Media if you haven't already. Go subscribe to me if you haven't already. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12 signing off. And remember, may the light forever shine upon us.
The Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Click like, share, and subscribe on Wolf10 Media's YouTube channel. If you have, like everyone said, if you have an elevator pitch, just let us know, or put it up in the chat.
Stop.
And then we could just talk about it. And if you have any manga, anime, or anything geeky that you want us to discuss in this channel, feel free and don't hesitate. This is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
The lovely Leia Valor, Leia 5.
Hello, everyone. This is Leia Fasage, your lovely lady of valor. I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. We had a lot of fun, and I knew this would be. So if you have any comments or suggestions on pitches you'd like to see us do, if you want us to do the stupidest thing you can find and you want to pitch us, we'll do it. And I wish everybody a good evening. Sorry about me popping in and out, but my internet is gone funky winker. So I
It's gonna
hope
get
it'll be
worse
better.
in the summer.
I get winker.
Really? I think that's all I
That
can
is too fucking question, that dude.
Funky Winker. It's just wonky. It's just all over the place. Why in the summer?
Because that's where shit always fuck up at.
Yeah, it was going great so far, but as soon as the weather gets warmer, it gets all funky wonky.
Kids hiding
So,
inside with the AC.
oh, maybe that's it. But thank you all for joining us, and you all have a good evening, and hope to see you again soon.
All right. It's been Welcome at Wolftown. Once again, remind you guys to always check us out. You know, you got the links at the bottom, definitely down there. Check the MeWe chat. I was thinking about making possibly a Discord channel, but maybe we probably settle with using the what they're called.
Writer's room.
MeWe.
Thank you,
Oh.
Writers Room Discord.
Oh.
Sorry, the Writers Room Discord channel. So we'll be selling with there. Most of you guys are mostly of Ishi's flock, so you guys are pretty much getting intimate with us, having an intimate knowledge of all of us so far. So far we got a few people here that I've never seen before, and those that came from Ishi's flock. So this channel is growing. So thank you guys. There's also the subscribe star in the Patreon. Pick whichever one you want. Still haven't figured out what I'm gonna be selling there, guys. But if you guys are interested, you know, I have 3 different tiers for my Patreon and 2 tiers for my subscribe star. But definitely be looking forward to more stuff appearing onto those things, and don't get it twisted, guys. I'm still working on merch. Merch will be built, crafted, and be ready for you guys once I get it done. When I get it done. Oh my goodness, I got so much work to do. It's killing me. No, I'm kidding. Also, quick announcement. Next month, and maybe a couple of weeks, if it falls through, I might be out to visit family. So between those 2 weeks, there's no streams.
And when will this be?
Between, sorry, if it goes through proper, from the 7th all the way up to the 18th
Of June?
of June. So by the 18th, maybe we'll pick it back up.
I see. That's okay. It's always good to visit family.
Yep.
Great
So
to
we
visit.
understand. Yes. It'll
Still
Like
being
understandable.
go on Kiwi.
I got a niece and a nephew graduating, so I gotta be there. I need to be there. Also, I am off on my birthday, and that's a Sunday. So prepare for an afternoon stream on that day. If nothing else, if something else goes different throughout the schedule, then look forward to evening stream, regular evening. So we'll celebrate my birthday that day. Those who are willing to come, and y'all can talk shit all y'all want about me.
It's a birthday roast.
Exactly. That being said, guys, this is your Welcome at Woodton. Remind you guys once again, you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet.
Now you're all probably wondering why I called you here.
Hell yeah, you dragged us out in the middle of a stormy night. What's wrong with you, fool?
And why did you want us all in black?
I'm setting my scene.